team name. Teams must register by January 9th at 4:30 p.m. at the Artesia Center, 612 North 8th Street. Civil Air Patrol is seeking sponsors, adult member volunteers, and youth ages 12 to 18 who want to join the program. If your business or family would like to help empower the next generation of leaders, aviators, and community servants, this is a great way to step in. Contact Chris Simons for more information at nmwg.cap.gov. To have your event listed on the KSVP community calendar, email calendar@ksvpradio.com. Please let us know at least 1 week in advance.
This is KSVP and K229 AS Artesia.
News this hour from Town Hall. Amit Thomason. It was a case of self-defense. That's what Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem says about fatal shooting of a motorist in Minneapolis by an ICE agent. She says agents were trying to enforce federal immigration law when the motorist weaponized her vehicle. As for Minnesota Governor Tim Walz's claim that the feds refused to cooperate with the state.
And that's simply not true. He said that to me on the phone, too, so I'll get him the documentation that he needs so that he knows that we would love to coordinate with him. He doesn't give us access to any information on criminals, let us know who he's detained, doesn't honor our detainers, and has individuals and criminals in his jurisdiction that he won't turn over.
Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey calls on federal agents to get out of the city.
We've dreaded this moment since the early stages of this ICE presence in Minneapolis.
And President Trump is chiming in on the situation.
After watching eyewitness video of the incident, the president described it as a horrible thing to watch. In a social media post, he then claimed, without evidence, that the woman behind the wheel was obviously a professional agitator. The president also said the woman viciously ran over the ICE officer, even though video from the scene does not show any federal agents being run over by the vehicle. The president blamed the radical left for assaulting federal agents. Greg Clugston, Washington.
Denmark is welcoming the chance to meet next week with Secretary of State Rubio. They'll discuss the Trump administration's renewed interest in acquiring Greenland. Vice President Vance has criticized Denmark's handling of Greenland security, emphasizing its strategic importance. The longest-serving Democrat in Congress, Maryland Congressman Steny Hoyer, set to announce he's retiring at the end of his current term. Wall Street, the Dow futures down 173. More on these stories at townhall.com.
This is Dennis Prager for AmFed Coin and Bullion. There's something about the feel of a gold coin in your hand and the way the light reflects off its intricate details that has always captivated me. Nick Grovich, AmFed's owner, turned that same passion into his livelihood. Nick began collecting coins as a teen, and that interest grew into a nationally respected business offering only the finest quality coins at the most competitive prices. But the truth is that although Nick is a rare coin dealer, he doesn't believe in rare coins. Rare coins do not make sound investments, but they do make dealers a lot of money. See, that's part of what I respect about him. AmFed specializes in buying non-performing numismatic coins and turning them into gold or silver investments that provide liquidity and perform competitively against the market. Whether you're buying or selling, call 800-221-7694. That's 800-221-7694. AmericanFederal.com.
President Trump is striking a new tone about Colombia and its president.
Colombia is very sick, too, run by a sick man who likes making cocaine and selling it to the United States.
That was President Trump speaking to reporters aboard Air Force One Sunday in the wake of the U.S. military operation in Venezuela.
He has cocaine mills and cocaine factories. He's not going to be doing it very long.
There will be an operation by the U.S.
It sounds good to me, yeah.
But Trump says he and his Colombian counterpart, Gustavo Petro, exchanged a friendly phone call Wednesday, posting on social media that Petro had called to explain the situation of drugs and other disagreements. Trump says he appreciated the call and Petro's tone, adding that he's invited the Colombian president to the White House. Ben Thomas, Washington.
The protests in Iran, driven by economic issues, have spread nationwide, challenging that country's theocracy. News and analysis, townhall.com. The government is out with its latest set of dietary guidelines.
Federal health officials released the 2025 through 2030 U.S. dietary guidelines for Americans on Wednesday. They advise eating more whole foods and protein, fewer highly processed foods, and less added sugar. They also recommend full-fat dairy and healthy fats from sources like avocados, nuts, and olive oil. The guidelines offer advice for healthy eating and provide the foundation for federal nutrition programs and policies. Research shows most Americans don't follow the advice. Bob Agnew reporting.
The Pittsburgh Post-Gazette will shut down in May after its owners cited financial losses. Block Communications made the announcement yesterday. A couple dozen union members just recently returned to work at the paper after a strike that ran for 3 years. The Post-Gazette is a longtime presence in Pittsburgh, tracing its roots all the way back to 1786. More on these stories, townhall.com.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
In 2026, one of our longest running features is the KSVIP. We love recognizing our local residents and listeners for great accomplishments in their lives. If it's a birthday, anniversary, promotion, retirement, a new family member, you name it, they're worthy of being a KSVIP. To nominate a special person who will receive recognition on the radio and a flower from Nell's Floral, call 575-746-2751.
Good morning, Artesia. Hey, it's Scott. I'm back in the chair, and I'm glad to be with you guys. Hey, we got a good show lined up for you. Hey, first thing this morning, we're going to be talking to our Lady Dogs basketball team. And then the second hour belongs to me today. So I'm gonna run through a few things going on in the world, and we'll talk. And then in the third hour, we'll talk to Flourish. It's a new women's community that's getting started up in town. We're going to hear what they've got going on. But let's go ahead and start off the day, as I always want to do, with some scripture. Hey, if you want to join me today, jump into Matthew 5. Matthew 5. And trying to get the there we go. Matthew 5, beginning in verse 3. This is what we call the Sermon on the Mount, and this first section we call the Beatitudes. And it says this: "Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are those who mourn, for they shall be comforted. Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they shall be satisfied. Blessed are the merciful, for they shall receive mercy. And blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called sons of God. And blessed are those who are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. And blessed are you when others revile you and persecute you and utter all kinds of evil against you falsely on my account. Rejoice and be glad, for your reward is great in heaven, for so they persecuted the prophets who were before you. I taught this passage last week in the service, and one of the things as I studied the passage and sought to understand it, one of the most interesting things that jumped out to me is that word blessed. Many of us, and rightfully so, we hear the word blessed and we think of the idea of receiving God's favor. And what I found out is the word blessed used in the English library actually translates two different words. One in Greek means receiving God's favor, but the other one, and that's the one used here, just simply means happy. It says, so each one of these says, happy are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. And it goes on. So we're always, one of the things I found with people in my life is everyone's always seeking to be happy. In our own Constitution, it says we have the right to the pursuit of happiness. We have the right to the pursuit of blessedness, is what it's getting at. So how do you have a happy life? Everybody's, well, I'm unhappy. Well, how do you become happy? Well, it was the very first thing Jesus preached to us. This is his first sermon. This is his first sermon to the masses. Happy are those who are poor in spirit, meaning those who think less of themselves, see less of themselves. They see their own inability. They see their own weakness and their own sinfulness. And then they mourn over it, it says in the second verse. Blessed are those who are meek, meaning those who are gentle with others. All of these, the most interesting part of all of this is the fact that what it's telling us is if you want to find true happiness in this life, turn your criticism inward, think less of yourself, think less about yourself, think less about making yourself happy, and that's where you find happiness. And in these lessons, it tells us to turn our labors and our works outwards towards others. Seek other people's good. Seek not after your own good. Look at your position before God, and that's where we find true happiness, is when we stop thinking so highly of ourselves and our own standards and our own good and thinking highly of ourselves and lowly of others. Stop doing that. That's where we find true happiness. That's where we find true content with this life. All right, Artesia, I hope that helps. We're going to go ahead and listen to the weather, and then we'll come back with our calendars.
Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Things look pretty good today. It will be windy, though. Gusts of 20 to 40 miles an hour. We'll be getting sunshine. Afternoon highs will be in the low 60s. Overnight looks clear, upper 30s, and then partly sunny on Friday. We do have a slight chance of a rain shower. Still pretty windy, and it will be cooler. Afternoon highs around 50, sunny and cool for the weekend. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
All right, Artesia, look at that weather. Highs up in the 60s, mid-60s, lows in the upper 30s and 40s. Going to be a nice day out there. So had a little bit of rain last night. That was helpful. I like a little bit of precipitation. It reduces the amount of watering I got to do out at the store. Hey, what's going on at the cafeterias at the Artesia Public Schools today? For breakfast pizza. For lunch, cheeseburger, curly fries, and pineapple tidbits at the senior meal site. Really having over at the senior meal site, you're getting a McRib sandwich, potato wedges, baked beans, tossed salad, and Jell-O with pineapple. At the Artesia Senior Center today, they got a lot going on, man. That calendar looks full. All-day bridge is happening for bridge players. 9 o'clock, there's shopping in Carlsbad. And 9 to 1 is defensive driving. 10 o'clock, line dancing. And tonight, 7 to 9:30 is a dance with Cibola Springs and finger foods. At the Artesia Public Library, let's see what's on the schedule. 6 to 7:30, after hours game night for adults. So adults, you can head on over there and enjoy a game night. And at the Artesia Public Schools, my calendar dropped down. Let's pull it back up. Let's see. Man, you got a lot of games going on today. Junior high basketball, orange and white teams. See, orange playing is at Alta Vista today at 4:30 and 6. White teams playing Jowl today at 4:30 and 5. And the ninth grade, that was 8th grade. 9th grade orange is playing Clovis at 4:30 and 6. And the 9th grade white team at Carlsbad, 4:30 and 6. Got junior varsity and varsity wrestling duel today versus Carlsbad at 5:30. Varsity boys starting their north-south shootout in Berlin. And then let's see, Yeso, what do you guys got going on? Second 9 weeks awards today. Grand Heights has a PTO meeting from 2 to 3, and Roselawn PTO meeting 3:30 to 4:30. Man, there's a ton going on. Let's see who's got birthdays. Happy birthday on the 8th of January to Anna Zamora, Tomasa Onsurez, Lorenzo Sanchez, Kent Bullock, and Patty Horner. Have a wonderful, wonderful birthday.
With a deep heritage in oil and gas, Abo Empire is focused on safe and effective energy development in New Mexico. We will continue to make strategic investments in this industry to promote the economic and environmental well-being of our company, our partners, and our communities. We are continuing the Yates tradition. From John Yates Jr., Cynthia Yates Price, and their families, we are your partners in the community and proud supporters of Artesia Bulldog and Lady Bulldog Sports.
Working from home? Power up your home office with PVT's ultimate Wi-Fi experience. Enjoy pro-level connectivity and productivity with PVT's fiber internet, bringing you reliable video conferences, high-capacity file sharing, and stable Wi-Fi throughout your home. Transform your workday and become a home office hero. Visit pvt.com or call us at 575-748-1241 to learn more and get connected.
The Artesia Historical Museum and Arts Center now has their very own website. Visit artesiamuseum.org to stay up to date on events and exhibits. Look through historical photos of Artesia, submit research requests, and more. For information, please call 575-748-7345. Stop by the Artesia Historical Museum and Arts Center at 505 West Richardson Avenue or online at artesiamuseum.org. Open Tuesday through Saturday from 9 to 4. This ad paid for by Artesia Lodgers Tax.
KCLT is the leader in surface rental equipment and customer service throughout the Permian Basin. With yards in Artesia and Monahans, Texas, you can count on KCLT to work 24/7, 7 days a week. Their professional mechanics are always out in the field and are Dorch certified. KCLT is there to make sure your site is ready when you are ready and can certify your man lift and forklift operators on site or in our yards. Save KCLT in your contacts. 575-308-8647. Surface rental equipment all at one place. KCLT, helping you keep America running. Proud supporter of the Artesia Bulldogs.
Did you know Artesia Ford now offers mobile service? That's right, we come to you. From fluid and air filter changes, battery and wiper replacements, low tires to diagnostic scans and software updates, Artesia Ford's mobile service makes light maintenance easy and convenient. Call Steven Chavarria, your mobile service manager today, 575-746-3578 to schedule your visit. Limited services and distances apply, so don't wait. Get service on the go with Artesia Ford.
Looking for power, performance, and a whole lot of game day style? Come to Major Supply, your one-stop shop for industrial goods and outdoor gear. With the brands you trust, Milwaukee, Rigid, and much more. Built for the job site and tough enough for any task. And when the work's done, gear up for game day with team apparel, sunglasses, and all the sporting equipment you need to play hard and cheer harder. Tools, threads, and everything in between. Stop by today at 1808 South 1st in Artesia or check them out online at MajorSupplyLLC.com.
Searching for a church that honors God? Come to First Church Artesia at 4th and Grand. We're a family of believers putting Christ first, preaching the Bible with reverence and uniting all ages in family-integrated worship. Sundays at 10:45 a.m., experience the timeless truth and heartfelt praise. We're reaching Artesia with the good news, living all of Christ for all of life. Check out artesiareform.com or find us on Facebook, First Church Artesia, where faith thrives.
Don't miss the savings this week at Fens Country Market in Artesia. Select varieties of Chobani Greek yogurt are 4 for $5, and select boxes of Quaker instant oatmeal are $2.78 each. In produce, select bags of Dole Chop salad kits are $2.99 each, and jumbo oranges are just 99 cents each. In the meat department, family packs of choice beef arm roasts are $4.99 a pound, and boneless skinless chicken thighs are $2.99 a pound. These are just some of the savings this week at Fens Country Market in Artesia.
Welcome back, Artesia. As promised, we've got our AHS Lady Dog basketball players in the house. They're going to tell us all about their upcoming season. Ladies, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourselves, and as usual, do the normal Artesia thing. Tell us who you are, tell us who your parents are, and what grade you're in, and what all that.
I'm Zaylee Greer. My parents are Eric and Tara Greer, and I am a senior.
All right. Awesome. What about you?
I'm Jenna Whitmire. My parents are Michelle and Josh Whitmire, and I'm also a senior.
Awesome. Well, so glad to have you guys in studio. You guys fired up for the season this year?
I am, yes.
Good, yeah. So tell me, what position do you each play? Well, I guess we really our positions as much as in basketball, but
we usually play like post or wing,
okay.
depending on where the same position.
Yeah, do you both? Okay,
Yes,
awesome. Yeah, I'm not a big basketball. I don't know much about basketball, so I might ask you some silly questions because it just wasn't ever a sport I followed much, you know. So how long y'all been playing each?
Since I don't even know when.
Yeah, since you're a little kid.
Was it called Rec City?
Oh yeah, you guys started in the rec league as little kids, huh?
Yeah.
Y'all been playing for quite a few years, and this is it. This is your culminating season,
Yes, sir.
your last season. So you guys, so far enjoying it, having a good season. Tell where you guys at record-wise. How have you guys been doing so far?
I think we're 7-5 right now.
Okay, not too bad. You're on the winning side of it, of the bracket at least.
Yes, sir.
That's good. You guys played, you said Tuesday night, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah? How'd that game go?
It was really close.
It was a little scary,
Intense.
kind of. We got behind the first quarter, and then through second, third, and fourth, it was like 1 point each, and then we finally
Oh, wow.
started making a little bit. So
yeah.
You guys got in there and do it. And then tomorrow night, you guys are playing who?
Santa Teresa at Santa Teresa.
You guys are headed up to Santa Teresa tomorrow, play the game there. Do they make you drive? You guys have to drive back at night, like after it's over, you get a ride bus back.
Yes, sir.
and well, at least it's a Friday night.
Right.
You get to
Yes,
sleep
sir.
in on Saturday morning.
Yes,
At least you ain't got to get up and try to make it to school the next day. So that's good. How's that game shaping up? What does it look like? How tough is Santa Teresa this year?
They're gritty, but they're not our biggest competition.
Yeah.
Okay.
We played them earlier this season. I think it was our first game, and
Yeah,
it was
they're
a
always our
blowout.
first.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Awesome. Well, go up there and do it again. You
Yes,
know,
sir.
just do it on their own home turf. You know,
Right.
it's always more rewarding to go beat somebody on their own home turf, isn't
Yes,
it?
sir.
Yeah. Awesome. So, both seniors, tell me a little bit about future plans for you ladies. Where are you headed?
I'm planning on going to New Mexico State in Las Cruces.
Okay, New Mexico
to
State.
Study sports psychology.
Sports psychology. Wow, it's a great field.
Yeah.
I had the opportunity to take advantage of the services of a sports psychologist when I was in the military, and man, they really help you think through a lot of things. Yeah.
I am going to Florida Southwestern for college for softball.
Oh, okay.
Yes, sir. I
So you're-
committed earlier in the summer.
So softball's your primary sport,
Yes,
huh?
sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and so you still have. How did the season go for a softball team this year?
Softball's not yet.
Oh, that's not yet. You guys still got to play. Yeah. Okay.
Last year we did pretty good.
Yeah.
Better than what I thought we were gonna do because
Okay.
it was like we lost all of our seniors, and then all of a sudden we gained a lot of more seniors from JV, and they played really well, and our
Good.
season was great. But we lost out to Lovington. We got third, I think.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
But yeah, it was pretty. It was a pretty good season.
So you're headed off on scholarship to Florida. Where's that at in Florida?
It's in Fort Myers. It's a JUCO.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. Awesome. So you're gonna play a little bit of. You gonna play any sports while you're down there in New Mexico, or you gonna try?
So. I'm just gonna focus on the psychology
You're
part.
just gonna
be
do
a
the
lot.
psychology. Just stick to those studies.
I'm gonna
huh?
stay in the gym and healthy, but
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna stick to the psychology part because
Yeah.
it's gonna be a lot.
It is. It's a heavy degree to carry. So, how are your studies going for this senior year? Doing good?
Doing good.
Got good grades?
Yes, sir.
All right. I got to hand it to athletes. I was not a high school athlete, so grades were easy. That's because that's all I worried about in high school. But I got to hand it to you athletes here. You guys got some grueling schedules. Got to knock out your homework on the road, traveling to ball games and stuff. So good job.
Yes,
Good
sir.
job on you.
Thank you.
Awesome. So I always like to ask this question because I'm taking a tally of the best teachers in the school. Who's your favorite teacher up at the high school?
Oh.
You got to commit. I had one of the who was it the other day? Trent. Trent would not commit. Trent Eglin would not commit to a favorite teacher the other day. He copped out on me.
Can I say one of every year?
No, you got a senior year.
Senior year.
Senior year this year. Who's your favorite teacher?
Oh.
And your favorite subject? Come on, you got to have one.
Okay, my favorite teacher is Mr. Waller, Coach Waller.
Everybody, I got to meet
He's
this
awesome.
guy.
He's awesome.
History teacher, right?
Yes.
And they said he is a ball of fire.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
I've got to get this man on the radio because
Oh, yes.
they said he's got opinions about everything. He's a lot like myself, it sounds
Yeah.
like.
But favorite
Awesome.
subject is probably science. Right now I'm in anatomy for nursing. So
Oh, okay. Yeah, and I guess I didn't ask you. You're playing ball down in Florida. What are you going to study?
nursing, I want to be a pediatric nurse.
Pediatric nurse. Okay. Awesome. Well, that'd be a lot of fun. She committed. You got to commit.
I have 4.
At least give me a favorite subject.
Probably science.
Science as well.
I'm gonna go for science.
All right. Yeah, you're some smart young ladies here. Science is focused. All right, that's good. Awesome. So, so you guys, what's the schedule look like for you coming up this season? You guys got 2 more months? Is it about the same length as the guys? I'm assuming.
We finish in March.
Finish in March. Any big tournaments coming up for y'all here on the horizon?
We're playing Hope Christian next weekend.
Okay, you guys are playing the Hope Christian as well, because the guys are playing that one next week, and y'all are as well.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, tough competition in that one.
It's good competition. Yeah,
it's really good for us.
Do
you guys?
really
is it kind of like with the guys where you play a number of 5A teams in that one, and so you're playing the step-up team, a little bit bigger schools, so get you prepared for district.
The private school areas. I think St. Pius is there, Hope Christian.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know if Academy is there or not.
Okay.
I haven't seen the schedule for that.
You haven't seen it? Okay.
It's a little
I
soon
think
for
Las
that,
Lunas.
but-
I think they might. I don't know. It's been a while.
All right. So now you got to here's
Hope Christian.
Hope Christian. They're tough, huh? So tell me a little bit about your coaches. How and the team right now. How's everything going? You guys got a good dynamic among the team and your coaches?
I think we do.
Good.
I think so.
Good.
Yes, sir.
And remind me, it's Candace Pollard, right?
Yes, sir.
That's Coach Pollard.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Awesome. So she does a good job. I won't
Yes,
tell
sir.
her if you say no.
We have great coaches this year.
Yeah,
we have 2 new coaches, but they've really just stepped up and really
fit in well.
Good.
Yes.
That's really good. What's the makeup of the team right now? Is it mainly seniors? Kind of an even batch across
seniors, juniors, and then sophomores. I think there's.
I mean, number-wise though, is it
I think
heavy
we only
on?
have 7 seniors and.
Okay.
Yes. We have
2, 3 juniors.
Okay.
And then 2 sophomores, I think.
Okay. So, hopefully we got a good team.
Good mix.
You guys are going to kill it this year, and then we got a good team coming up behind you guys and everything else. So that'll be really, really good. I was trying to think of anything else. Anybody you want to give a shout out to? Is there any parents listening at home right now?
Idea.
Did you even bother to tell them you were going to be on the radio this morning?
We didn't know. This morning, no.
So Coach just says, "Hey, I need the 2 of you guys on the radio right now."
We have weights at 7, and we go there
Yeah.
and run laps, and we started our warm up for weights, and then she was like, "Jenna, Zaylee, go to the radio."
We're like, "Oh gosh!"
So we just rushed over here.
Oh, that's awesome! I love it. They just threw it on you last minute, and you end up missing part of your weights class, huh? You missed a little bit of workout this morning.
It's kind of lucky, honestly. I'm a little sore from yesterday, so.
Me too.
Oh, that's awesome. So, well, good luck, ladies. I hope you guys crush it. Do great in school and finish up. And congratulations on signing with college and headed off to play some softball. So, you got any more? She's got softball then this spring, right?
Yes.
What do you got?
I'm gonna go but I'm gonna go throw in track. I'm gonna go throw the javelin.
Oh, really?
Yes.
That's a cool spring sport.
Just go throw a spear.
Just go throw, get out some anger.
Yes.
Imagine someone down there you really don't like. Throw a spear at them. That is great. That is great. All right, ladies. Thank you so much for coming in. I hope you guys have a wonderful school year, a wonderful season. Good luck tomorrow night. Go out there and crush it.
Thank you. Yes,
All right.
sir. Thank you.
God bless.
With SRN News, I'm Rich Thomason in Washington. The fatal shooting of a motorist by an ICE agent in Minneapolis sent protesters back onto the streets. The motorist was shot as agents struggled to enforce federal immigration law amid day-long efforts by demonstrators to thwart their efforts. Homeland Security Secretary Noem says people need to stop using their vehicles as weapons. The House has voted to move ahead on a health care bill over the objections of the Republican leadership of the House. A manhunt for the gunman who killed 2 people outside a Mormon church in Salt Lake City yesterday. It happened in the parking lot outside the building as a funeral was underway inside. California stands to lose $160 million in federal transportation funds for dragging its feet on revoking the commercial driver's licenses of thousands of immigrants who overstayed their visas. More details at srnnews.com.
Lowell's Pharmacy. We're called the Family Pharmacy.
You and your family getting all the things you need, where personal service is always guaranteed. Prescriptions filled faster with dependability. That is why we're called the Family Pharmacy.
You know, at Lowell's Pharmacy, we love being known as the Family Pharmacy. Now, we're not going to change the sign outside or repaint the building, but we are going to keep on doing the little things that have earned us the reputation of being your family pharmacy. Lowell's Pharmacy, with personal service and, of course, prescriptions a specialty.
And that is why we're called the Family Pharmacy.
Lowell's Pharmacy, 612 North 13th, across from the hospital in the Artesia Professional Building. Lowell's Pharmacy.
It's time for the Eddy County Sports Report. We got some basketball action for the Artesia Bulldogs, top ranked in 4A tonight. It'll be at the North-South Shootouts this year. It's in Belen, and Artesia at 6:30 will be playing one of the local teams, the Valencia Jaguars. Artesia is 8-3 so far on the season. Hey, if you've been wondering what's happening with Loving Falcons basketball, well, the guys haven't played for a while, and they won't play until next week against Dexter. Loving still seeking its first victory. That'll be on January 15th at 1 o'clock against the Dexter Demons. But the Loving Falcons girls basketball team has been in action. They lost to the Artesia JV on Monday, 53-39. Their next outing will be next Monday against Carlsbad JV, and then on Tuesday, they'll take on NMMI on the road. The Sports Report brought to you by DSI. Call DSI for all your office technology needs. I'm Eric Butler at KSVP Radio, AM 990.
This week, we're looking at tech in 2026. Today's topic, AI and the massive shift that's coming. Not to AI itself, but how we live with it. I'm Kim Commando for The Current, my 5-star rated newsletter read by almost 1 million people like you. Sign up for free at getkim.com. Think about how much AI has changed our lives in only 3 years. Fewer people Google things, even fewer check Wikipedia. But now AI is something that you go to, a destination. That's about to change. This year, AI stops being a place that you visit. It's going to be baked into your work tools, your social media, your apps. You won't go to AI anymore. AI will be waiting on your phone and your car, embedded in everything that you touch. And instead of typing questions, you'll talk out loud, casually, like you're chatting with a computer on Star Trek, a show set in the 23rd century. For once, science fiction showed up early. And with times changing like this, you really need my free 5-star rated newsletter. Sign up right now at getkim.com. Hi there, I'm Kim Commando. Tech isn't just a part of our lives anymore, it runs our lives. From the phone in your pocket to your bank account, your job, your car, your kids, even your home security, everything's all connected. And the truth is, most people are just trying to keep up. That's why I created The Current. It's my free daily newsletter that gives you the most important tech stories, the ones that actually matter, delivered in plain English with no fluff and no politics. I cover AI, crypto, scams to avoid, gadgets worth knowing about, and how to protect your privacy in a digital world that just doesn't slow down. Almost 1 million smart people already get it, and it's rated 5 out of 5 stars on Google and Trustpilot. Every American needs to understand how tech is shaping their lives, and The Current helps you do just that every single morning. Sign up right now at getkim.com. My newsletter 100% free. That's getkim.com, and I'll see you in your inbox tomorrow.
Turpin & Son Mortuary of Artesia presents a listing of today's obituaries. We have no new obituaries, and one reminder. Carolyn Balanis, born November 8, 1931 in Cushing, Oklahoma, died on Christmas Day here in Artesia, New Mexico. Her funeral service will be held Saturday, January 10th from 10 to 11 a.m. at First Baptist Church, followed by burial at Woodbine Cemetery. This listing has been presented as a service by Turpin & Son Mortuary of Artesia. We make it personal.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Things look pretty good today. It will be windy, though, gusts of 20 to 40 miles an hour. We'll be getting sunshine. Afternoon highs will be in the low 60s. Overnight looks clear, upper 30s, and then partly sunny on Friday. We do have a slight chance of a rain shower. Still pretty windy, and it will be cooler. Afternoon highs around 50, sunny and cool for the weekend. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Welcome back, Artesia. Hey, we've got the rest of this hour. We're going to work our way through our flyers and events of happening around the town. So let's start off with this. Today is Thursday. How you doing, boss? The boss man walked in. Let's see if we can hear him. He's coming in. He came in early because, you know, he had to come check on us this morning. So.
No, they're putting the finishing touches on the conference room. So.
Oh, sweet. I saw one of the guys. I thought I saw one of the guys walk in earlier, and then he was gone. So
yeah, it's
cool. You guys, and you know, of course, people come in now and they've never seen it before. They're like, oh, okay, but you know, but it's really neat. We took Gene took 2 rooms, made a big old fancy conference room. Going to have all kinds of electronics and everything. It's going to be a neat place to meet.
That's the plan.
That's the plan.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. We're going to go get the table this weekend.
If everybody doesn't know, we're in a multi-phase remodel project here. You got to say multi-phase to make it sound really, really.
Right, because we're in phase 2.
Yeah, we're in phase 2.
Phase 2.
Yeah. We got there.
Well, I don't know if you have heard the Maha movement.
I think I've maybe heard a little
RFK
bit.
Jr. came out yesterday.
Yeah.
And I guess they have like a new food pyramid. And then they made some changes to the recommended vaccine schedule for the kids.
They did.
And they dropped like 7.
They dropped 7 conditions, not all diseases, but 7 conditions. We were at 18 that they were vaccinated against. Now it's down to 11.
Right. That on this recommended kind of mandated thing.
Yeah.
Doesn't say you shouldn't get them. It's just.
Yeah, and if you actually read the new language of how they put it forward, it made it clear that it's recommendations, not mandates, and that's what
Right.
I think that's really where they kind of slip stuff in is readjusting that language.
Correct. And our governor, who cares about you more than you will ever know or understand or appreciate.
Well, she knows better for you
than all of us. I mean, she used to run our health department in New Mexico
I
back
know.
in the day or something like that. Anyway, she got on her little soapbox.
Oh, really?
And
Missed
said
that.
We're going to keep recommending the same things forever for New Mexico kids.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
I know. I know. And it's and if you actually go look at the language, it's not recommendations in New Mexico. These are mandates. If you go look at the
well, they use the word recommendations
in there.
Yes.
But if you go look in the actual bills, they're recommended if you want to send your kids to public school. That's what it says.
Right.
Meaning you have to have them in order for your children to attend the government schools, because the government says you have to have them.
Right.
And then on top of that, you can apply for a exemption. Well, if I have to apply for an exemption, then it's a mandate, not a recommendation.
That's right. And what's interesting is the press release from the Department of Health says, for those of us that are uneducated, uninformed, and don't know, which is why we have to rely on the governor to tell us these things, is that the changes announced by HHS by Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. were not based on new scientific evidence or safety data. Now, the last time I checked, there were several doctors that were associated with HHS who, after reviewing all of the information, concluded that they could recommend these changes to the recommendations.
Oh, yeah.
So the last time I checked, there were doctors involved.
There are. Well, here's the.
So how can you say that in a state press release? How can you make the statement that these changes were not based on scientific evidence or safety data? How can you make that statement? You can say you disagree with the conclusions of the HHS secretary and the doctors advising them, but you cannot state as a fact that they were not based on new scientific evidence or safety data. This comes from the same lady that ran our lives during the COVID situation that we all went through. We were told through an emergency broadcast alert, an interruption of the broadcast, radio, television, and cable systems all across the state of New Mexico, because you might get COVID, don't go to church on Easter.
Exactly.
So why couldn't we say that the New Mexico Department of Health recommendations are not based on any religious or practical knowledge or information? It just, that's what triggered me, if you will, is not that they would say we disagree with the conclusions of the HHS and in New Mexico we're going to recommend that you continue to utilize these the schedule.
Yeah.
They said in the official press release that RFK Jr. made those changes not based on scientific evidence and safety data.
Well, because here's the ugly truth of it. There is no scientific support for the effectiveness of any one vaccine ever administered. In fact, in 1975, a study was published that showed that the I think it's the 5 or 6 big majors like polio and rubella and all those, because those are the earliest vaccines, back when I was a kid. And there was a study that was done that showed that the precipitous decline of the instances of those diseases and the mortality of those diseases actually declined prior to the advent of their vaccines. Because what they say is the actual decline of those diseases came about through the increased access to hygiene and changes in food preparation and everything else. Being cleaner is what actually reduced those things, not the vaccines. And actually, in that original report, it says that we needed to be aware that the vaccine producers would take advantage of the timing to make it look as if their vaccines did that, and that they would then try to lobby to make all their vaccines mandated, and they did.
Yeah.
And in the 90s, we turned right around and we took away we gave them qualified immunity.
Right.
Basically, all vaccine manufacturers have qualified immunity. They have very lax, if any, standards for putting a vaccine out there study-wise. They don't have to do 5, 10, 20-year studies on them. They can produce a vaccine and just shove it into the public sphere. And if they lobby hard enough, they can get it on the vaccine list. That's the nonsense of it all.
Yeah.
And that's where we sit. We've been duped. And I'll be honest, everybody was kind of excited about the HHS mandate change from 18 to 11. And there's an infographic that's going around right now. It shows a little baby with like 72 needles pointing at it, and then now only there's 11. That's not what happened. In fact, the actual number of injections total number of injections that a child will receive with this change is less than a 20% change. It's something like 52 down to 38 or something like. I mean, it's a small.
It's a reduction.
It's a reduction, but definitely not for those of us who are very much anti being forced to vaccinate our children. The reduction doesn't go anywhere near far enough.
Right.
In my mind.
It's a step in the right direction.
Yeah. It is.
But then you have people like our governor.
But she's playing the game. She knows that there's no scientific proof to prove that you needed them before.
Right.
So she can say, well, there's no new science saying I don't need them.
Right.
It's semantics, and it's a play. And all it's done is it's playing on people's ignorance of what's actually happening.
Yeah. New Mexico will not follow the federal government in walking away from decades of proven public health practice, said the governor.
Proven how?
And our recommendations remain unchanged. All childhood vaccinations continue to be covered under the Vaccines for Child program, Medicaid and private insurance. There's no change in vaccine availability in New Mexico. The department encourages parents and caregivers to discuss vaccination decisions with their health care providers using the American Academy of Pediatrics immunization schedule as a guide. And I guess they're upset because they claim they weren't consulted by RFK Jr. and HHS when they came out with their revised recommendation list. So they're mad.
Right.
Well, they didn't talk to us, so ignore what they say.
Yeah. But listen, what did it say? They'll continue to be what? Covered. Right.
Yes.
So there's money involved in this.
That's because New Mexico, thanks to oil and gas primarily, is flush with money.
Yeah.
And so the governor can spend, we can keep the SNAP benefits going, we can keep this going, we can keep funding this, we can keep doing that, we can keep going with this, we can keep doing that. Because the money's there to do it.
Yeah.
And it's
but what people need to think about is who gets the money? Where does it end up ultimately?
Exactly.
In the manufacturers of the vaccines. And then let's maybe stop and look and go, well, how much do those manufacturer of vaccines donate to this person's campaign or this party's campaigns?
There's a bunch of that. It's kind of similar to the what was the other big issue of the day that we're trying to cut back on, and it's like there's a huge lobby to make that happen. Well, it's the was it 9 Republicans voted with Democrats to advance the bill to the floor in the House to extend the health insurance subsidies for 3 years. 3 years.
Yeah, on the Obamacare subsidies.
On the Obamacare subsidies. Yeah. And there were a number of Republicans that voted with the Democrats to move that to the next step in the process. Mm-hmm. And so that's another thing. If you need a subsidy because the cost of your insurance premium is high, mm-hmm. where does that money go? So you get the subsidy, so instead of a $1,000 premium, you've got a $200 premium, so there's $800.
Yeah.
Where does that $800 go? It doesn't go to you, because you don't get to keep it. They don't give you the $800 and say, here, and even if they did give you the $800 and you spent it on the $1,000 premium that, mm-hmm. you were spending $200, where does that $800 go?
Yeah.
It doesn't go to the hospital. It doesn't go to the clinic. Mm-mm. It doesn't go to the nurses. It doesn't go to the doctors. It goes to the insurance company, because the insurance company is under no pressure to, and this is a crazy issue, because the insurance companies are all the time through the intermediaries are telling the healthcare providers what they're going to get compensated mm-hmm. for what they do. I mean, this is a long running battle that's going on, an issue that's with our healthcare right now, but it's going to go to the insurance company that again is still going to tell the doctor and the hospital and the nurse, mm-hmm. here's how much you're going to get paid for that procedure that you're going to perform. And the hospital and the doctor and the nurse are saying, well, wait a minute, we can't do it for that. We need to get this. And so that negotiation's all going on. So, okay, so we're going to extend these subsidies on this insurance that you have to buy, but the money's not going, it's going to the insurance company.
Right. So I don't know that people know this. I don't know that people understand this. The health insurance world was a racket to begin with. So it originally started as a catastrophic care protection program. Just like your car, if you have a wreck, your insurance covers it, right? It doesn't cover your oil changes and things like that.
Right.
Well, throughout the decades, the insurance companies basically lobbied to get it to where they could cover day-to-day care. And then as they got that in, everybody thought, oh, that's horrible. And so then what happens is the cost or the price of your health care continued to increase as the health insurance companies, agencies would cover it. And then as that went on, so Obamacare was the final nail in the coffin of doctors. Because what they did is they finally got the U.S. government to mandate health insurance mm-hmm. and then limit the field of who could be those providers. So the entire thing was a giant racket. It was a Ponzi scheme. And so they narrowed down the field. Now they're the only ones that can cover. So now they can charge whatever they want. Mm-hmm. And knowing that the people couldn't cover it, then they were able to get the subsidies. So they get the government to feed the subsidies back into the insurance companies. And what do the insurance companies do? They take that money and they shove it right back into the campaigns and the coffers of the ones who passed the laws for them. You've been duped, ladies and gentlemen. Insurance is a racket.
Yeah.
Now, how do we pull back from that? I'm not a smart enough numbers guy to know, but we have to at some point, because it's just like in 2008 when they were forcing for a decade they've been forcing loan agencies to give out these big loans for houses. Mm-hmm. that weren't worth that much. It have finally crashed. Eventually, this market thing will crash without government subsidies. That's why the Democrats and those 9 Republicans mm-hmm. who are probably being fed by the insurance agencies said, oh, yeah, we need to keep these subsidies going. We
Yeah.
have to get rid of Obamacare. And it's not just Obamacare. We got to roll back the entire system.
Yeah.
And it's going to have to happen slowly, and it's going to have to happen wisely. But there's a massive problem there. It really is. It's going to crash on us.
Right, because there's only two ways that it can go. Well, I mean, there's multiple, but the two main directions it can go is just keep going in the direction that we're going, and we have a single-payer, government-run healthcare system, which a lot of people want.
Especially the people who will be administering that program.
Or the people that are getting the subsidies because they can't afford it because it's so expensive. Or it will have to crash and then be reconstituted. But that is so scary a thought to a lot of people that they don't want to experience that, because that could be disastrous for a lot of people. I mean, the last thing you want to do is mess with people's ability to get the care they need in whatever situation that they're in. And unfortunately, that may be the only way to get it to where it's recentered back to a more reasonable process. But hopefully, but because the other way, that we're almost there.
Well, and you say nobody wants that. No, actually, I think that's what the Democratic Party is actually pushing it towards. They want it to crash because then they can swoop in and save us all with single payer.
Well, that would be,
it's a strategic game for them.
That would be the result of that. Anyway, just keep in mind that even though the HHS came out with a revised recommended vaccination schedule, your governor, who cares about you and is protecting you and is looking out for you we just don't understand or appreciate how much she cares for us, has said no, we're going to keep going with the other schedule because RFK Jr. is not basing his decisions on science. And then Dr. Miranda Durham, the chief medical officer, we know this is confusing for parents. Well, you're making it confusing for parents by saying, don't listen to them, listen to us. And that adds to confusion. Anyway, thank you for allowing me.
Absolutely.
I was told, by the way, when I said the governor had to get on her soapbox, I was told that's the only way she can be seen.
Yeah, she actually does have a box.
Yes.
Instead, so. All right, Artesia. Here's commercials, and we'll see you on the other side of the hour.
With the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bill Alexander. U.S. employers posted far fewer jobs in November than the previous month, a sign that employers aren't yet ramping up hiring, even as growth has picked up. Businesses and government agencies posted 7.1 million open jobs at the end of November. That's down from 7.4 million in October. U.S. online spending growth slowed in the 2025 season. Adobe Analytics data showed on Wednesday, even as shoppers set a record on the back of steep discounts and wider use of buy now, pay later plans. Chick-fil-A is marking its 80th anniversary with a marketing effort that includes limited edition merchandise and sweepstakes-style giveaways. A small number of customers who purchase the collectible cups will receive a golden fan cup redeemable for free food for a year. A suburban Philadelphia shop selling President Donald Trump-themed merchandise that became a magnet for die-hard supporters is going out of business. The owner reports that business has slowed down. For the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bill Alexander in Washington.
If you want to install a new roof, you can do it the cheap way or you can do it the right way. Jennifer here from Trustmark Roofing, and one of our customers recently found this out the hard way. He was going to hire us to re-roof his roof, but he found someone to do the job for $2,000 cheaper. Half a year later, this customer called us to re-inspect his brand new roof. Turns out this contractor was not a contractor at all. He had no license and no insurance. The roof was installed incorrectly and never had been passed by the city inspector. We had to re-roof his brand new roof, tear off the shingles and start from scratch. It was the most expensive $2,000 anyone has ever saved. If you need a roof installed the right way, you can trust who your neighbors trust. You can trust Trustmark Roofing for no obligation to the penny quote on your roof transformation. Call 575-755-ROOF. That's 575-755-7663.
Trustmark Roofing, we put people first.
Craving a taste of New Mexico? Come to Adobe Rose Restaurant in Artesia. Nestled in the heart of Artesia, savor Chef Chloe's award-winning Southwestern dishes like the legendary Dr. Pepper braised lamb and even more fresh, never frozen Southwest favorites and flavors. Enjoy your favorite cocktail, beer, or wine. Dine in our cozy main room or relax in the stunning courtyard with live music on weekends. Located just off 13th Street in Artesia, Adobe Rose is your oasis of fine dining. Call 575-746-6157. Adobe Rose, where New Mexico blooms.
Welcome to Answers with Ken Ham. The account of origins presented in the Genesis is a simple but factual presentation of actual events and provides reliable basis for man's worldview and a framework for scientific investigation into the question of the origin and history of life. Answers with Ken Ham is brought to you by Harvest Fellowship at 2307 West Main in Artesia. Call Pastor Ronnie Williams at 746-6195. Now, today's Answers with Ken Ham.
Do you have a biblical worldview? This is Ken Ham, an author and speaker defending the Bible's authority and reliability. A few years ago, a study found only 10% of Christians and only 4% of young people in America have a biblical worldview. What can we do about this? Well, parents need to be intentional in imparting a biblical worldview to their kids. Many assume the church is doing it, but it's their God-given responsibility. And pastors must recognize the need to equip parents and others in their congregation by teaching the basics of our Christian worldview. And they have to stop ignoring Genesis. Those first chapters are the foundation for our worldview, for the gospel, for all doctrine, for everything.
There's so much more to learn about the biblical worldview and how to teach it when you go to AnswersRadio.com.
This is KSVP and K229AS Artesia.
It happened in the midst of a very tense situation as ICE agents were confronted by agitating protesters as the agents were trying to enforce federal immigration law in Minneapolis. A motorist in her vehicle was shot dead by an ICE officer.
People need to stop using their vehicles as weapons. This domestic act of terrorism to use your vehicle to try to kill law enforcement officers is going to...
Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem, Minnesota's Governor Tim Walz blames the feds.
We won't let them tear us apart. We'll not turn against each other. To Minnesotans, I say this: I feel your anger. I'm angry.
Noem says all the motorist had to do to avert the tragedy was to comply with the agent's orders, put the car in park, and exit the vehicle. Why should the Minnesota fraud scandal concern all Americans and not just those in Minnesota?
About 35% of Minnesota's budget comes from federal grants. 35% of Minnesota's budget comes from federal grants. Hardworking Americans pay those taxes, and that money is being funneled to fraudsters, funding luxury homes, fancy cars, and vacations abroad. Some of it is even allegedly going overseas to support terrorists.
Republican James Comer, chair of the House Oversight Committee. A shooting outside a Mormon church in Salt Lake City killed 2 people, 6 others injured, happened yesterday in the building's parking lot. Dozens were attending a funeral inside at the time. Police say so far there have been no arrests. Secretary of State Rubio plans to meet with Danish officials next week after President Trump repeated the importance of the U.S. assuming control of the strategic Arctic island of Greenland. On Wall Street, stocks have turned mixed. The Dow is up 62 points, while the Nasdaq 215 points in the red. More on these stories, townhall.com.
It's Mike Gallagher wishing you a Happy New Year. If you're like most people, this is the week you look at your budget and think, all right, time to get things under control. Here's one of the smartest ways to start 2026. Call my friends at Fellowship Home Loans. They can help lower your monthly mortgage payment, and yes, you can still skip your next 2 payments. Imagine not making a mortgage payment in January or February. That's how you create real financial breathing room. If you need some cash to pay off high-interest credit cards from the holidays, a cash-out refinance might just be perfect for you. And if you prefer a line of credit, Fellowship's new fixed-rate HELOC gives you funds fast with a rate that never changes. Start the year on solid footing. I've used Fellowship personally. I trust these guys. Before the January bills hit, go to fellowshiphomeloans.com/MikeG, fellowshiphomeloans.com/MikeG, or call 800-510-MIKE, 800-510-6453, fellowshiphomeloans.com/MikeG. Fellowship Home Loans, mortgage lending by the book.
Nationwide Mortgage Bankers, DBA Fellowship Home Loans, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 819382.
Some European farmers are up in arms, and they're letting people know it.
Angry farmers in Greece and France have taken to the streets to protest a controversial EU trade deal with South American nations. In Paris, France, dozens of angry French farmers demonstrated in front of France's lower house of parliament. Meanwhile, farmers in Greece escalated nationwide protests by launching a 48-hour tractor blockade of major highways and toll stations. The reason for the anger? EU negotiations on a trade deal with the Mercosur nations of Brazil, Argentina, Bolivia, Paraguay and Uruguay. French farmers argue the deal would hurt their livelihoods. In Greece, the anger in the farming community has been further impacted by rising production costs. Greek farmers are demanding stronger state support and the rejection of the EU-Mercosur agreement. I'm Karen Shamas.
News and analysis at townhall.com. The Trump administration is giving states that ask for it more of a say over how they spend federal education funds.
The White House is signing off on a proposal that's expected to be the first of many as conservative states apply for new spending freedom from the federal government. Iowa was the first state to apply for an exemption from certain spending rules after Education Secretary Linda McMahon invited states to request the flexibility last year. Under the arrangement, federal money from 4 programs aimed at teacher training, English learners, after-school programs, and academic enrichment will be pooled into a single pot with fewer limits on how it's spent. Indiana and Oklahoma have made similar requests. I'm Haya Panjwani.
America's employers posted far fewer jobs in November than the month before, a sign that employers are not yet ramping up hiring, even as growth has picked up. Report suggests that the low-hire, low-fire job market still with us. More on these stories, townhall.com.
As KSVP celebrates 80 years of broadcasting in 2026, one of our longest-running features is the KSVIP. We love recognizing our local residents and listeners for great accomplishments in their lives. If it's a birthday, anniversary, promotion, retirement, a new family member, you name it, they're worthy of being a KSVIP. To nominate a special person who will receive recognition on the radio and a flower from Nell's Floral, call 575-746-2751.
All right, welcome back, Artesia. Hey, so this hour belongs to me, so get ready for a wide variety of topics. Try to get some pastors in here during this hour. And if you're a pastor out there and you want to be on this hour, I have it open every single week, and we'd love to have you. And if you're in a church, tell your pastor to come on and talk about your church. We want to show the city of Artesia the variety of Christ's body here in Artesia. So, hey, as we go into the hour, we'll kick it off here in just a minute. We'll go through our flyers and see what's going on around town, and then we'll jump into a few topics. But first, let's go to the weather.
Meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Things look pretty good today. It will be windy, though, gusts of 20 to 40 miles an hour. We'll be getting sunshine. Afternoon highs will be in the low 60s. Overnight looks clear, upper 30s, and then partly sunny on Friday. We do have a slight chance of a rain shower. Still pretty windy, and it will be cooler. Afternoon highs around 50, sunny and cool for the weekend. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
That is one of those songs that just get you going in the morning, man. I love that. Hey, let's take a look at that weather. Hobbs, you got a high of 65, Roswell 65, Carlsbad and Artesia, you're sitting at 64. And nice and clear out there. A little bit chilly right now. But, hey, it's going to get windy today, though. Get ready for that. I was looking at the hourly. Winds are supposed to pick up here in the next hour or two. 20, 30 mile an hour winds today, so be ready for that. Looking at it, going through the weekend, it's going to cool down. That's where the wind's coming from today. So as the wind's going to blow in a bit of a cold front. Highs in the 50s. See 56 tomorrow, 50 Saturday, and 54 Sunday. It'll warm back up next week, but unfortunately, it looks like that little bit of precipitation we got last night is about it for right now. So I guess we just got to stick with what we got there. Hey, let's jump into some of those flyers and tick off some of the events around town, and then we'll see what else we can come up with to chat about. President Trump's Prayer Initiative is being celebrated every Thursday at Lucky Duck Restaurant from 10 to 11 a.m. Come and go during the hour. Go out there, join the people of Artesia, and pray for our nation. And after the last hour, me and Jean's talk about this state and the vaccines and all the craziness. Hey, we need a lot of prayer this year. There needs to be a ton of prayer as we go into this 2026 midterms, nationally, and the governor's race, and even here in Artesia, we need to be praying for who's going to be our next mayor and where they're going to lead us, and everything going on from there. Let's see. The New Mexico Produced Water Research Consortium, in partnership with the city of Carlsbad, is hosting a free community conversation today, Thursday, January 8th, from 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. at the Carousel House at the Pecos River Conference Center, 711 Muscatel Avenue. And so if you want to know more about what's going on with our water here in New Mexico, you can head up to that and be part of the conversation. City of Artesia is encouraging you, if you've got young men between third and sixth grade, registration is now open but ends tomorrow for Junior League basketball. So if you want to get your young men signed up, head on over to the Artesia Center, 612 North 8th Street, and get them all signed up. Dodging Through the City of Artesia Recreation presents Dodging Through the Snow. 5 versus 5 co-ed dodgeball tournament, January 23rd and 24th. Registration is now open, but ends tomorrow. So if you've got the premier dodgeball team, go get signed up. Age division 6 to 8, 9 to 11, 12 to 14, and then 15 years older and up. Registration is $80 per team. Register at the rec center. Let's see, blood drives. No blood drive today. We do have one tomorrow at the Eastern New Mexico Medical Center at 405 West Country Club Road in Roswell from 9 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Republican Party of Eddy County is holding their county pre-planning convention on Saturday, January 10th at the Leo Suite Community Center. Registration begins at 9 a.m. All County Central Committee members should attend. So I guess I know what I'm doing Saturday morning at 9. This is for choosing delegates to participate in the upcoming pre-primary convention. Memorial Family Practice wants to remind you that starting January 12th, that's next Monday, that if you go for care, you need to go into the ER lobby. The main lobby will be shut off for some remodeling projects. And then don't forget, Monday night. Monday night is the Legislative Town Hall 5:30 p.m. at the Ocotillo Performing Arts Center. There's going to be snacks and drinks there, and our local state representatives and senators will be there to answer your questions and discuss this upcoming session, so go be part of that. Seek First Basketball is looking for volunteers, volunteer scorekeepers, timekeepers, helpers to set up and tear down. If you would like to participate that and be of help there, you can reach out to Pastor Ben there at First Baptist Church in Artesia. Filing day for the Artesia City election was completed on Tuesday, and my understanding is we have two candidates for mayor. I'm going to try to find out who they are and get to talk to them. But write-in candidates, you have a deadline to file by Tuesday, January 13th, between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. And so if you want to be a write-in candidate for a mayor or 5 city councils or one of the 5 city council seats, you need to get up there and get that done. Next Thursday, the Artesia Republican night meeting will be held at the Artesia Country Club at 5:30 p.m., programmed to start at 6, and they're going to have CD3 candidate Martin Zamora coming in to talk. So, all right, what else we got here?
Did you mention the legislative forum Monday?
Yeah, I just did that one.
Okay,
Just
we're
did it.
broadcasting that.
Oh, we are?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah, we had a request to do that, and I said, yeah, we'll do that.
Let's do it. That'll be great.
So it'll be on KSVP TV, and I think we'll put it on the radio as well.
Okay. Are we just broadcasting it as is, or are we doing like kind of a live interaction with it? Or, will we be talking anything? Or
I don't think we're
connect
doing that.
in and just listen to what gets said.
Correct.
Okay.
We're going to connect in and show and what's being said.
Yeah.
So, because I'm not aware. I wasn't asked to MC or do anything like that.
I tried to get them to let me MC it. But they're
And?
like, I don't know. You're a bit rambunctious. You might cause trouble.
Anyway, I just wanted to make sure that when we talk about it, we are going to put it on the internet
Absolutely.
and on the radio Monday night.
So that'll be live Monday night.
Like at 5:30?
5:30. Well, the event starts at 6. 5:30 the doors open, and I think is what
Let's see. What are my instructions?
What are your instructions?
Here.
Yeah, let's see.
'Cause I'm always told.
No,
what
it
to
does.
do.
It just says 5:30 p.m. So yeah, I guess it's kicking off at 5:30.
Where'd you get the stuff? Okay. Oh, wait a minute. What happened to the conversation about that?
Don't you love that? It's a conversation you're actively in. You're going back and forth.
Okay, here it is.
And you look and it's gone.
Hi, would KSVP be interested in willing to stream the legislative town hall Monday, 1/12 at 5:30 p.m. at the Ocotillo?
Yeah.
Yes. Sweet. Thank you. Okay, so yes.
So if you can't get out, we encourage you, get out and go physically be there.
That's what we suggest, yes.
That's what I suggest, because you get the chance, because I guarantee you're going to be listening to something, they're going to say something, something's going to pop in your head. Man, I don't want to know about that. And you can actually actively ask them those questions. If you're sitting at home, you can't do that. But if you're unable to get out, we're going to send it to you via KSVP TV and the radio.
Yes.
And so both will be live there, so you'll be able to listen
Because
to
we don't
that.
have any tech or anything else on Monday.
Okay.
That I'm aware of. Let me look again.
Let's double check. Let's double check the ball games. That's
Let's see. Monday's the 12th, right?
Yeah, Monday the 12th.
The only thing I have on here is the legislative forum.
There you go. Yeah, there's no varsity ball games or anything Monday night. So so you'll be
there's no tech games on Monday.
Politics kicking on Monday night. So let's hear what's going on. I was going through the bills this morning, trying to go and already I'm just going to start losing my mind. I'm trying to gin up as much as I can to start talking about them, but part of it is they write them so convoluted, and it's hard to see what they're actually trying to get done there.
Are you in favor of not doing this?
Yeah.
Yes or no?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Let me think about that.
Like, how do I reconcile this triple negative that's written into this line? And you have to set, and the other big thing for me is you have to think about, is this a slippery slope bill?
Right.
And what I mean by this is like, There's a deal in there about, I saw one bill about they're going to start using juvenile records
Okay.
in firearm purchase background checks.
Really?
Yeah, so if you committed a offense as a juvenile that would have been a felony as an adult, even though you weren't tried as an adult, that would prevent you from owning a firearm ever in your life.
Interesting.
And I go, that sounds great, I guess, in a sense, like, oh, let's keep, but then I sit and I look at it and go, one, you make some dumb mistakes as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of things out there that are considered felonies that you kind of go, I don't know if that should be a felony. And then you go, as a 15-year-old, you do something stupid, and the rest of your life you can never own a gun again. And then what could be the next step in that, and the next step in that, and the next step in that? It's just, to me, it's a gun grab bill. And I'm going, no, I oppose it. I just do. So,
because are there other things that you have done? Because usually your juvenile record is sealed and is not used when you become an adult.
Yeah.
Are there other aspects of your juvenile life experience that are now eligible to be used when you're an adult?
Yeah, because
are we just going to pick and choose specific things?
Right. Yeah, I didn't even think about that consequence. Like,
so
okay,
we're going to open it up for this.
Open it up for this, but then the next thing you know, you committed a crime at 15 and you can never get a job for the rest of your life. Come on, that just just seems really, really bad.
But then again, is it an indicator that, like, if it's animal abuse or something like that? I've always felt that if you're mentally capable of abusing an animal, then there's something wrong. You need help because that just leads to other. Yeah. If you'll do it to an animal, then what's keeping you from doing it to a human or a baby or something else? And so having that knowledge might lead to a better understanding of what kind of help somebody needs. I don't know. It's an interesting thought.
I think one of the interesting things to give thought to is this: is the government, is its mandate to prevent crime or to punish crime? Because if we put it in the category,
you're talking the Minority Report.
Exactly. We start putting the government in the place of the preventer of crime.
Right.
There's no end to that. There's no end to their power of what they can and cannot do.
Yeah.
Their job is to punish crime. And if we punished crime according to the laws that already exist,
and did it consistently and made it more consistent across all classes, races, income levels, things like that. Just because your dad is so and so doesn't mean you get a different type of sentence than if you're
there's this book out there. It talks about not showing partiality. What was it? Oh, it was the Bible.
I was going to say I'm sure there's a few, but that's a good one right there.
Yeah, well, if we just followed that one, not showing partiality to the rich nor the poor.
But you're right. I mean, on the gun crime, you can pass all the laws you can pass all the restrictions, gun-free zones and all this other kind of stuff, and the criminals don't follow that. They don't walk up to a business. They're on a mission to do something bad.
Yeah.
They're not going to walk up to the door and see a sign that says gun-free zone and go, well, I guess I'm not going to be able to carry out my
I can't rob this place because it's a gun-free zone.
Yeah. So it makes the person who post the signs and stand up and beat their chest and we're doing something about gun violence makes them feel good. But does it really solve the problem? Now, the guy that commits the crime with the gun, if they get removed from society, locked away, and don't get to be a part of society anymore, and you do that, and people see that, plus it also goes back to parenting and education and all of your environment growing up and stuff like that. I mean, if you're taught not to do bad things.
Yeah.
And again, I think there's several books out there that probably have
Well,
some guidelines.
the biblical form of justice, which many people would balk at my concept on this, for the crimes that we have the biggest problems with, for most of them, the Bible prescribes death penalty.
Right.
And so if we just did...
Wait, you'll get a little pushback on that. I remember back in the day, I think it was Rod Adair, was a state senator, state House member. He's out of Roswell.
Yeah.
And
I remember the name.
He kept bringing a bill. If a person is convicted of rape or child molestation,
death penalty.
No. Chemical castration. And he could not get enough support to get that pushed forward, and nobody would even take it seriously. And it's like, maybe this ought to be discussed at least, or at least if there's a mental issue here with this particular individual, that locking them away is only going to keep them off the street for however period of time is, and then when they come back out, the mental issue is still there. Then maybe, but then again, you see movies like The Imitation Game.
Yeah.
You remember that movie?
I remember the name. I don't remember the plot.
It's about Alan Turing, who basically is the person who invented the computer.
Oh, okay.
And he was a mathematician in Britain, World War II, and they were trying to break the Enigma machine.
Yeah. Oh,
code.
yes. I've seen that.
And so he was brought in as part of the team and developed basically a computer.
Right. Yeah.
And they finally figured out how to program the computer to break the Enigma. The Germans never knew. Yeah. They were very selective in how they disseminated the information that they got, but it was a huge deal. Anyway, he was how do I put this? He didn't like girls.
Yeah.
He liked guys.
Yeah.
And that was an absolute no-no in British society at the time. And so the movie depicts the end of his life where, because of his connections with the military and the military rules at the time, he was chemically treated for his affliction.
Yeah.
And so, sad ending, look what we did.
Right.
And so that gets into culture, and that influences how people think about those types of issues and of what should be done. I was more intrigued by the invention of the computer and
me too.
And all that than learning that, he was one of those. And
right. Well, hey, we need to take
did to him,
Right. Well, we need to take a quick commercial break, and me and Gene will be right back. He's got a box of goodies. We're going to find out what he's got in there.
Innovation, service, integrity, and knowledge. J.S. Ward and Son Insurance Agency. Auto and home, life and health, personal and commercial. Bonds too, since 1925. We have the coverage for you. Innovation, service, integrity, and knowledge. J.S. Ward and Son Insurance Agency.
Are you still dealing with that toothache? Or are those wisdom teeth bothering you? This is Dr. Sarah Usher at Carabelli Dental, and we've got you covered. From root canals and implants to crowns and dentures, we have advanced treatment options for you. Our team is focused on every detail to give you a personalized and professional experience. Discover dental care that's comfortable, modern, and made just for you. Come visit us at Carabelli Dental, where your best smile begins here.
Come see the team at Carabelli Dental or call 575-622-4455.
To be a champion, each team member must do their part to help the team win. That is true in business too. Edge Safety and Services LLC want to do their part to help your business win. They specialize in several field services: sandblasting, coating steamers, pressure washing, repairs, and cleanouts. Edge Safety also offers drug and alcohol screening and on-site services and safety trainings to make you better. Edge Safety and Services LLC, 575-736-1047. Proud supporter of the Artesia Bulldogs. Dreaming of your perfect home? Ramona and Roger Kilpatrick at RE/MAX Axiom invite you to discover the joy of making that dream come true. As agents deeply rooted in Artesia and the surrounding area, they bring years of combined experience and a true passion for real estate. Whether you're buying or selling, Ramona and Roger's friendly and approachable nature ensures you feel right at home, making every step of the process enjoyable. Visit RE/MAXNMAxiom.com to see the latest listings or stop by their office in Artesia at 402 West Main, Suites D and E. RE/MAX Axiom, where your dream home becomes reality.
Artesia General Hospital presents healthy living tips for the fall and winter seasons. As the days get shorter and the temperatures drop, keeping your family healthy takes a little extra planning. Start with the basics. Wash your hands often, especially after being out in public. And don't forget your flu shot. It's one of the best ways to prevent serious illness during fall and winter. Holiday gatherings are coming too. Enjoy the season without overdoing it. Choose vegetables and lean proteins first, then savor those festive treats in moderation. And with heaters running around the clock, your skin can dry out fast. Use a good moisturizer, drink lots of water, and consider adding a humidifier at home to keep everyone comfortable. Simple habits can make a big difference. These healthy living reminders are brought to you by Artesia General Hospital, ready to help take care of you and your family.
Wait, stop the countdown. This is your last chance to get massive savings during the year-end sales event at Roswell Ford. We need to sell 55 vehicles this week, so we'll do whatever it takes to make a deal. Plus, Roswell Ford needs your trade today, so we are willing to overpay, even if you owe thousands more than it's worth, regardless of make, miles, or condition. So you can upgrade to a new Ford with 0% financing for 60 months, 0 down payments, and 0 payments till March 2026. Worried about your credit? Don't sweat it. Roswell Ford has partnered with more aggressive lenders who will push to approve your credit, even if it's less than perfect. All roads lead to huge American-made savings. 0 down, 0 APR, and 0 payments till March 2026. Get on board at Roswell Ford, 821 North Main Street in beautiful Roswell. Call 575-623-3673 or online at roswellford.com.
Interest accrues from date of sale. 0 APR is $16.67 per thousand financed on 2025 F-150s, subject to lender approval. Offers not combined on select vehicles.
Welcome back, Artesia. The boss man and I are sitting here talking and trying to coordinate work throughout the week. And, it's always an ongoing thing.
Well, we've got a couple things today. We've got the North-South Shootout.
Yeah.
Is in Berlin.
Mm-hmm.
And what is...
I thought that was a pretty cool concept. Coach told us about it the other day. Is they get all the teams from 4A together, play each other all across the board, so you kind of know, everybody gets a look, you know?
And it rotates between the different teams that are involved in it. It's been here, it's been in other locations. This year it's in Berlin.
Yeah.
And so we're sending Joby today, and Goddard plays at 4 or 3:30.
Yeah.
And Artesia, they play Taos.
Yeah.
And Artesia plays Valencia at 6:30. And so what we're going to do is we're going to send Joby over there, and on KSVPTV.com, you can watch the Goddard game with Taos. Joby will call it. And then on KSVPTV.com and on KSVP Radio, we'll have the Artesia game with Valencia.
All right.
And we played Valencia a couple weeks ago and beat them.
Where is Valencia?
Valencia is south of Albuquerque. It is. It's in. It's in Los Lunas.
Los Lunas.
There's two schools. There's Los Lunas High School and there's Valencia. And I've been to Valencia. When they built the high school there, Los Lunas was experiencing a rapid growth spurt, and some people said, hey, I think the town's going to grow to the east, toward the mountain. And so they went across the tracks, and they platted out massive amount of area for housing development and growth.
Yeah.
And they put a high school out there.
Yeah.
So at the time I went, there was nothing out there.
Just the school.
Just the school. And so I don't know if anything else has grown up in that area.
Yeah.
But it's in the Los Lunas school district.
There's so many schools in Albuquerque. I have a hard time keeping track of everything because that's
so. But that's what's going on with that. So we'll have those today. Now Joby can't do the Goddard game tomorrow.
Okay.
But he can do the Artesia game tomorrow, which is at 7:30, and they're going to play Belen. And then the girls are going to be at Santa Teresa tomorrow. You talked to the players about that. And we've got a deal worked up where we're going to broadcast that as well tomorrow.
Great.
Radio and TV. And then on Saturday, Artesia plays Taos at 1:30. And then Goddard plays Belen at 4:30. And so Joby's going to be there, and we'll stream those. The Artesia one will be on the radio as well, and the Goddard one. We have a Texas Tech game Saturday. They got beat the other night by Houston. And so they've got another loss. Well, I think there was their first loss in the Big 12.
Yeah.
And they play Colorado on Saturday.
Yeah.
4:30. So on the radio, you'll hear the Artesia game with Taos, with Taos.
Yeah.
At 1:30, and then at 4:30, you'll hear the Texas Tech game with Colorado. So
Did you watch the Orange Bowl?
No, I listened to it. I was down here working, and I had it on. Of course, we had it on the radio.
Yeah.
And I could not believe that Tech was so unable to do nothing on offense.
The offense was just asleep, man. I don't know if it was just, I don't know. It was the strangest thing. That was not the same offensive team that we watched all year long.
Right. Well, somebody told me that Texas Tech football was a top 10 team, but not a top 4 team. And that was borne out by how well Oregon was able to play against them offensively. The Tech defense did as good a job as any defense could have to keep their team in the game.
They worked as hard as they could. But
so was it good they got a number 4 and a bye and all that? That's awesome for the program. A lot of attention for Texas Tech.
Yeah.
A lot of people were reminded some guy named Mahomes played there at one time.
Patrick something, he's kind of a weird guy.
But I was a little disappointed, and there were several times during the game when they'd get a turnover or they'd get a big play, and I'd think, hey, this is kind of like the state championship. Yeah. Tech's going to come back.
Yeah, like it's comeback time, and then 2 plays later, there's a turnover, or 4 straight downs, and it's over. I'm like, that was sad. Yeah,
it sure was.
So, what do you got?
Well, I'm in the model railroad hobby.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody knew that.
I think I've heard it once or twice,
So recently, I bought a HO scale locomotive called a Centennial.
Well, hey, I tell you what, it's 8:35.
You want to do the break?
Let's do our break. We'll come back and we'll talk about that till the end of the hour.
You got it.
With SRN News, I'm Rich Thomason in Washington. It happened in the midst of a powder keg situation. As ICE agents were confronted by agitating protesters, the agents tried to enforce federal immigration law in Minneapolis. A motorist in her vehicle was shot dead by an ICE officer. Homeland Security Secretary Noem says all the motorist had to do to avert the tragedy was to comply with the agent's orders, put the vehicle in park, and exit the vehicle. The feds say the shooting was clearly an act of self-defense. That's challenged, though, by Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Fry. The shooting outside a Mormon church in Salt Lake City left 2 people dead, 6 others injured. Happened yesterday in the building's parking lot. Dozens of people were attending a funeral inside at the time. Police do not believe it was a random attack, and there have been no arrests as of now. Stocks opening lower this morning on Wall Street. More details, srnnews.com.
All across America, this is the Red Apple Audio Network's Market Report, sponsored by Abacus Global Management.
I'm James Flippin. U.S. stocks finished mixed yesterday. The Dow Jones Industrial Average and the S&P 500 falling from their recent record highs. The hot start to 2026 losing a little bit of steam midweek. The energy sector backed off a bit as crude oil prices dropped, and that President Trump announced the interim government of Venezuela will be turning over as much as 50 million barrels of oil to the U.S., and that led to concerns of oversupply. In terms of economic data, December's employment report from ADP showed that private payrolls added 41,000 jobs in December. Annual pay also increased. Job openings slid to their second lowest level in 5 years in November, as hiring remains sluggish. And in October, U.S. factory orders fell. Company-specific news, the window for eligible customers to file a claim against Amazon is now open. Amazon settled a 2023 antitrust lawsuit as tied to Prime subscriptions. And the head of the world's largest chip maker calls robots AI immigrants. That's NVIDIA CEO Jensen Huang, who spoke this week at the Consumer Electronics Show in Las Vegas. With business, I'm James Flippin.
This is the Red Apple Audio Network's Market Report, sponsored by Abacus Global Management.
What if the future of finance wasn't built around averages, but around you? At Abacus Global Management, we're reshaping financial planning around the most personal data point, your lifespan. But it's more than just insight, it's control. As a technology-driven asset manager, we're empowering investors with an integrated system to take command of your time, your future, your financial destiny. This is a new era of investing. Take control at abacusgm.com.
It's time for the Eddy County Sports Report. We got some basketball action for the Artesia Bulldogs, top ranked in 4A tonight. It'll be at the North-South Shootouts. This year it's in Belen, and Artesia at 6:30 will be playing one of the local teams, the Valencia Jaguars. Artesia is 8-3 so far on the season. Hey, if you've been wondering what's happening with Loving Falcons basketball, well, the guys haven't played for a while, and they won't play until next week against Dexter. Loving still seeking its first victory. That'll be on January 15th at 1 o'clock against the Dexter Demons. But the Loving Falcons girls basketball team has been in action. They lost to the Artesia JV on Monday, 53-39. Their next outing will be next Monday against Carlsbad JV, and then on Tuesday, they'll take on NMMI on the road. The Sports Report brought to you by DSI. Call DSI for all your office technology needs. I'm Eric Butler at KSVP Radio, AM 990.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Things look pretty good today. It will be windy, though. Gusts of 20 to 40 miles an hour. We'll be getting sunshine. Afternoon highs will be in the low 60s. Overnight looks clear, upper 30s, and then partly sunny on Friday. We do have a slight chance of a rain shower. Still pretty windy, and it will be cooler. Afternoon highs around 50, sunny and cool for the weekend. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Welcome back. Gene's sneaking a little Scandinavian music in there on us. I couldn't even read the name of the band. I just saw Scandinavia in the middle of it. So
no, well,
oh, that's interesting. You got to keep it. You got to keep some kind of rotation. You can't just have the same things over and over again.
Where that is, I may have the wrong rotator in that spot. But I'll go double check and see. It may be the sports rotator instead of the other.
Oh man,
we
the construction crews are hard at it.
Well, we had one last little add-on thing after they got everything else finished.
Yeah.
Is we don't have any numbers on the front of the building.
Oh, really?
We had numbers on the back of the building on the door, but we had the door tinted and took the numbers down because they had faded and looked really bad. And the city kind of wants you to have numbers on the front and back of your building.
I can see that.
So So they're putting numbers on the front and the back of the building.
There we go. There we go.
And then I got to figure out what color to change the light to. I changed it to green for Christmas.
Yeah, it was green this morning.
Yeah. What color should it be?
I don't know. Winter color.
Yeah.
It's blue.
Blue?
Yeah, like a deep blue.
I can change it to deep blue.
Yeah, through the winter, and then as spring comes on, we can.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. We can do that.
All right.
I'll do that this
I got to
morning.
make a decision at the radio. I feel like a part of the team now. All right. So Gene's got a box of.
I'm in the model train hobby.
Train things.
And I'm a member of the Pecos Valley Model Railroad, which is up in Roswell at the fairgrounds.
Yeah.
Anybody that's ever gone to the fair at the Eastern New Mexico State Fair and sat in the building and watched the trains, I'm a part of that club.
Yeah.
And it's been fascinating to me because as a kid I had trains, and I had HO trains. Didn't really get into the Lionel, the big stuff.
Yeah.
And N scale is just too tiny, and especially now since I had my stroke, I can't imagine
trying to handle
a N scale. So HO it is. And the biggest difference between when I was growing up and what it is now is something called DCC. And DCC is digital command control. And so within each locomotive is what's called a decoder.
Okay.
And the decoder is in between the incoming power from the track and the motor. And each decoder is addressable. You give it a number. Most people give it the number of the locomotive. If your locomotive is 942, they give the address of 942. That way you look at the locomotive. What number is it? Well, it says 942. Well, let's make it 942. But it could be whatever number you want to give it. And then you can control individual locomotives on a layout. You can have multiple trains running at different speeds and different locations, all being controlled by an individual independently of the others. Whereas with DC, the old school, you turn on the power, and if it's on the rails, it starts running.
Yeah.
So you don't have any independent control of the devices.
Yeah.
Okay. So I've been learning a lot about it, and we recently bought a DCC locomotive, a Centennial, which is the Union Pacific double diesel.
Okay.
Largest diesel locomotive ever made. They ran them from the late 60s into the early 80s, and there's one running still in a museum in Illinois, but most of them are on display somewhere that are preserved.
Yeah.
Anyway, we bought one. It has DCC. It doesn't have any sound.
Oh, okay.
So you turn the lights on, turn the lights off, you can run it around the track. Well, that's not good enough in today's modern train running.
Not enough bells and whistles.
I want to have the bells and whistles and the sounds and all that kind of stuff. So we're going to do an upgrade on the Centennial. And in this box is everything that we're going to use to do the upgrade.
Got it.
So this right here, if you can see this, is called a decoder buddy.
Yeah.
This little circuit board will sit in the unit, and there'll be wires hooked up to it with the track power. There'll be wires hooked up to it that go to the motor, and there'll be wires hooked up to it that go to the lights. So that is the circuit board that connects to the wiring in the locomotive. But that's all it is. You have to have the decoder to then, and that plugs in. In this box right here, that's the decoder.
Okay, that's a soundboard.
Right. Well, it's everything. So this is from a company called Decoder Buddy by Nick's Trains. I emailed Nick himself and said, "Hey, which Decoder Buddy should I get for my project?" And he said, "Get this one."
Yeah.
Lock Sound is a German company, and the Germans were the ones that really developed the DCC.
Okay.
And the whole concept. And it's amazing to me because the signal, the data signal that goes to these specific devices is embedded in the power that's fed into the track.
That's what I was interested in. So, because it gets its power through the track, like how does it know what to do with the power? It's just weird.
Yeah, that signal is embedded in the power that is fed into the track.
That's
so
kinda
every
crazy.
locomotive is receiving, can read that
Yeah.
data, but unless it's for this decoder, it ignores it.
Yeah.
And does that. So in this box, and I'll let you look at it
Yeah.
there, there's the decoder and the speaker.
Oh, okay. So the speaker's in there too.
Yeah.
This is your bells and whistles.
That's the bells and whistles. That's literally the bells and whistles. And
does it have an engine sound too?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
okay.
As a matter of fact, if you'd like to hear the demo,
He's even got it on his phone.
They have a demo.
Yeah.
Let's see. Do I have it here? Yeah, here it is. So so this is the demo of what this thing
What
is.
a double diesel engine.
Yes. So that's the first one.
Yeah.
There's the second one. Getting ready to start.
Oh, so it's got like a startup sound and then a running sound and everything.
So here's the second one, because there's two engines in this in this particular locomotive.
Yeah.
So here's the second one.
It's got that turbo whistle.
Oh, they're turbo. They're a 16-cylinder diesel turbo deal. So there they both are. They're up to speed now, ready to run. There's the horn. There's the bell.
I didn't get a whistle. Where's the whistle?
Now, some of these locomotives were equipped with an air raid siren.
Oh, really?
Seriously, I did not know that.
Yeah.
So coming up here in a minute, you'll hear the air raid siren.
Living on the railroad tracks as I do, I'm quite familiar with the sound of loud horns.
Yeah.
Especially at 4:30 in the morning.
Right. But did they have an air raid siren?
No, I don't think it's an air raid.
Well, what I read was that they...
Oh, that's hilarious. I wonder what the purpose behind the air raid sound was.
They said that some of the units were equipped with a air raid siren to warn trackside personnel when away from grade crossings.
Oh, okay.
So this particular locomotive, there's a lot of experimental stuff that EMD, Electromotor Division, had put into this. That a lot of it is in today's modern locomotives. But one of the experiments was the air raid siren.
That's great.
And it was inconclusive as to whether or not it was a good thing.
It actually did anything or worked.
So you don't hear air raid sirens.
I'm quite appreciative of that.
But this one will have one. So, and then I ordered a couple of extra speakers. Here's another speaker and a speaker cabinet.
Oh, that's funny.
And then these are the plastic bits. And so in order to make the speaker have its best effect, you put it in a cabinet, and the cabinet will fit actually in the fuel tank of the locomotive. So here's all my pieces and parts and bits for my project.
So now you're just itching to get up to Roswell so you can get all of that put in. And
yeah, but the air raid siren thing was kind of a shock to me, because when I was listening to the demo, I heard that and I thought, what on earth is that in there for? And I read what the history was of that locomotive. But all of that you heard, folks, will come from this teeny tiny little
speaker. I mean, that's
chip and speaker.
It's no bigger than your thumbnail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so that'll go inside the locomotive, and it's already configured for DCC, so we don't have to change any of that part of the wiring. You can convert a DC locomotive to DCC, and it's not a hard thing to do, but it's not an easy thing to do, and some locomotives lend themselves to it. But pretty
soldering and stuff like that.
But pretty much everything today is made what they call DCC ready. And what that means is on a conventional DC locomotive, the frame is usually one of the pickups for the power, and the motor, they're putting numbers in front of the building. It's our air raid siren that we're working on.
Yeah.
Sports is on the air.
Just record the drilling sound. And
Actually, I want to put a flashing beacon on the Bulldog Bowl.
Yeah.
And then whenever we go live from the Bulldog Bowl, the beacon starts flashing.
On air.
Yeah.
On air.
On air light. But so everything today is made. So the motor was not isolated from the frame.
Yeah.
To make it DCC, the motor itself has to be isolated from the circuit because it gets its power from the circuit board, from the decoder, not from the frame and all that. But pretty much everything made today, the motor is isolated. So it's whether or not you want it to be DC or DCC. And the circuit board in the locomotive has what's called a dummy plug in it. So they have everything ready, and they have a dummy plug in it, which lets it run DC. And then if you want to upgrade it to DCC, you buy the decoder, take out the dummy plug, put the decoder plug on it, and now it's. But you can save money because a DC only locomotive is less expensive than a DCC. And some people don't want the DCC; they just want to run the train around the track, so they get the cheaper one.
Right.
But they can do that, but then you get it and you go, hey, I want to make this DCC. Then you got to go buy a decoder.
So are all the controls now, are they, because I think of railroad trains with the little knobs and stuff. Like, is analog controls, or is it all computer based?
Well, there are controllers.
Digital based.
There are controllers that plug into the system that you can walk around with, or there are apps on your phone that communicate with, and that was the biggest thing that I did when I joined the club. Is I'm the technology guy, if you will, and so they had the system, but they didn't have it, and they actually bought a little Wi-Fi device, but it was limited to 4 connections, and it was mounted in the middle of the room, and the signal didn't often go all. You couldn't get a good connection all over the place, and you were limited to 4 connections. And if somebody dropped out, the device didn't always drop out. And so anyway, it was kind of a mess. And so in my research, first thing I did was I put in Wi-Fi and have a big, strong Wi-Fi router that has a Wi-Fi signal that is, I can be outside the building.
Controlling it,
and sitting in the seats and be connected. That was the second thing. That was the first thing we did. And then the second thing we did was we made sure we had the proper server software running on the layout that allowed us to connect and control. And there's actually, if you have an Android phone, there's Engine Driver. If you have an iPhone, there's Y Throttle, and there's Throttle Card. And Throttle Card has an app for your watch.
Oh, man.
And so you can actually sit there with the watch and honk the horn and run the speed and all that stuff.
Yeah, so Gene is the tech nerd. We love it.
I'm the tech nerd, yeah.
In fact, he's drinking his tea out of his Bluetooth cup that's heating it up. It started at 85 degrees. Where's it at? We got 30 seconds. I need to know what temperature your tea is up to.
It's up to 113.
Oh, my God.
114.
So in the time we've been talking, his cup took his tea from 85 degrees to 113 degrees.
Right.
And it's on its way to 132.
On the way to 136.
136.
I'll take it back, put it on the battery, pour some more in. And
That's hilarious, man. All right, Gene. Well, I appreciate you coming in for the hour, man. You helped me fill it up. Otherwise, I'd been rambling. Hey, Artesia, thank you so much. We'll be back in the next hour with Ocotillo, Aaron, and Flourish.
The psalmist tells us in Psalms 24 and verse 1, the earth is the Lord's and everything in it, the world and all who live in it. When we think about the earth, we think about this big blue ball. And God created that, but most importantly, he created us. Genesis chapter 1 and chapter 2. And so we think about, how do I tell others about that? Well, that's my mission. My mission is to let them know that God created them. God created them in his image. And the ultimate thing is for us to come back to God, for us to realize that For my life to make any sense whatsoever, I need to have a relationship with God. And so I want us to consider that as we begin 2026. I want us to think about, how can I tell others about who God is? And you can just start by saying that you were created in His image. You were created to worship and praise Him. And so as we go through life and we look at life, who can I tell about the love that God has for them? And if you need help, come visit us at the Hermosa Church of Christ.
Wilbanks LLC and Wilbanks Trucking Services LLC has over 37 years of experience, from 1987 to 2025, in the Permian Basin oil and gas industry. Wilbanks recently divested out of the rig moving operations to focus exclusively on providing crane services to support the growing demand in the basin. Wilbanks continues to provide quality, expert, and performance-based services to a multitude of customers, with a fleet ranging from 60-ton to 350-ton cranes and locations in Hobbs, Artesia, and Odessa, Texas. We hope that you will consider our team for projects ranging from plant builds, compressor sets, to general site build. Please call us at 575-746-6318 to find out what we can do for you. Wilbanks LLC, your regional expert in the crane world. When was the last time a bank asked you if you'd like to keep more of your money? At Artesia Credit Union, you pay yourself by avoiding big bank fees and all the corporate investors that go along with them. Let Artesia Credit Union help you achieve financial happiness. From home and auto loans to a working line of credit or sending your kids to college, membership is open to anyone who calls New Mexico home. Stop by the branch on 5th Street or log on to artesiacu.org. Artesia Credit Union, member NCUA, an equal housing lender.
The Artesia Police Department wants to remind you to lock up your vehicles, take your keys with you, and never leave valuables in your vehicle. If you're looking for a rewarding career in law enforcement, the Artesia Police Department is looking for you. The department is currently hiring certified and uncertified officers. Take advantage of a great retirement plan, paid leave, and medical benefits. Apply in person, online, or call 575-746-5000 for more information. The Artesia Police Department is an equal opportunity employer. And please always remember, don't drink and drive.
Looking to start, continue, or complete your higher education journey? Join the more than 6,000 fellow Greyhounds on their journey to student success. Eastern New Mexico University offers the most affordable higher education degree in the Southwest, and New Mexico residents can go to school tuition-free with the New Mexico Opportunity Scholarship. With online or in-person degrees, ENMU is the right choice for you. For more information, visit enmu.edu. ENMU, student success. That's what we're about. Here are some helpful tips to get you and your teeth through the winter months from Smile Expressions in Artesia. Brush your teeth twice a day. Brushing not only protects your teeth, but also protects the gums from catching infections. Use the right toothpaste. The cold winter air as well as sinus pressure can cause sensitivity. Floss daily. Flossing protects your mouth from developing plaque, which can make you more prone to problems like heart disease, type 2 diabetes, and oral cancer. At Smile Expressions, we welcome new patients. Contact us today, 575-746-1900.
Quoting Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem, people need to stop using their vehicles as weapons. She spoke following the fatal shooting of a motorist in Minneapolis. The driver shot dead by an ICE agent among the officers to enforce federal immigration law when suddenly a vehicle came at them. Noem vows that these kind of incidents will stop.
I'm asking the Department of Justice to prosecute it as domestic terrorism because it's clear that it's being coordinated. People are being trained and told how to use their vehicles to impede law enforcement operations and then to run over anybody who gets in their way while they go out there and try to disrupt peace and public safety. And Americans deserve better.
Minnesota Governor Tim Walz blames it on the feds.
What we're seeing is the consequences of governance designed to generate fear.
Noem says the agent involved in the shooting was no stranger to such violence.
In fact, the very same officer who was attacked today had previously been dragged by an anti-ICE rioter who had rammed him with a car and drug him back in June.
President Trump is proposing a big military spending hike next year.
On the heels of the U.S. military operation to capture Venezuela's leader, the president wants a $1.5 trillion defense budget for 2027. That's an increase of more than $500 billion from the current budget. The president cited troubled and dangerous times for the higher request. In a social media post, he wrote, "This will allow us to build the dream military that we have long been entitled to." Greg Clugston, Washington.
No arrests yet in yesterday's deadly shooting outside a Mormon church in Salt Lake City. 2 people killed in the parking lot as a funeral was taking place inside the building. Watching Wall Street right now, the Dow is trading about 241 points higher, while the Nasdaq is down 125. More on these stories, townhall.com.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment? That's a lie. Most timeshares can be bought online for $1. To find out what your timeshare is worth and to cancel it, call us today and we'll send you our timeshare exit kit free with all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley for your free exit info guide. 800-893-2288. That's 800-893-2288.
My name is Whitney Allen. I am a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought in a million years we'd have to use life insurance. The unexpected happened. With Ethos, it is so fast and easy. It's 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage through Ethos.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/term. That's ETHOS.com/term.
Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
President Trump is striking a new tone about Colombia and its president.
Colombia is very sick, too, run by a sick man who likes making cocaine and selling it to the United States.
That was President Trump speaking to reporters aboard Air Force One Sunday in the wake of the U.S. military operation in Venezuela.
He has cocaine mills and cocaine factories. He's not going to be doing it very long.
There will be an operation by the U.S.
It sounds good to me, yeah.
But Trump says he and his Colombian counterpart, Gustavo Petro, exchanged a friendly phone call Wednesday, posting on social media that Petro had called to explain the situation of drugs and other disagreements. Trump says he appreciated the call and Petro's tone, adding that he's invited the Colombian president to the White House. Ben Thomas, Washington.
The protests in Iran, driven by economic issues, have spread nationwide, being seen in large cities and rural small towns. News and analysis at townhall.com. The Congressional Budget Office has revised downward its forecast of U.S. population growth over the next several decades.
The Budget Office projects that the U.S. will grow from 349 million people this year to 364 million people in 30 years. The addition of 15 million people is a 2.2% smaller gain than it had predicted in 2025. In September, the Budget Office issued revised demographics showing that President Trump's plans for mass deportations and other strict immigration measures would result in roughly 320,000 people removed from the U.S. over the next 10 years. Donna Warner, Washington.
Western Pennsylvania is losing a newspaper. The Pittsburgh Post-Gazette plans to shut down in May, its owners citing financial losses. Block Communications made the announcement yesterday. A couple dozen union members just recently went back to work after a 3-year strike. More on these stories, townhall.com.
As KSVP celebrates 80 years of broadcasting in 2026, one of our longest-running features is the KSVIP. We love recognizing our local residents and listeners for great accomplishments in their lives. If it's a birthday, anniversary, promotion, retirement, a new family member, you name it, they're worthy of being a KSVIP. To nominate a special person who will receive recognition on the radio and a flower from Nell's Floral, call 575-746-2751.
Good morning, Artesia. Hey, we're back in the hour here in a moment. We'll be joined by Jessica, and we'll talk a little bit of Ocotillo. But real quick, hey, the football boosters are running an event. January 11th, that'll be Sunday evening from 5 to 7. They're having a pancake meal. And they're selling tickets so that they can raise money to buy all of the boys on the championship football team a championship ring, because not all of them can afford it. So if you would like to be part of that, it's only $10, and we have tickets here at the studio. So just come on up to KSVP, $10, buy you a ticket for the pancake dinner. And that's going to be held January 11th from 5 to 7 p.m. at the Artesia Administration Building, and we encourage everybody to come up and participate in that. All right, Artesia, hey, let's check into the weather. We'll come back with the Arts Council.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Things look pretty good today. It will be windy, though, gusts of 20 to 40 miles an hour. We'll be getting sunshine. Afternoon highs will be in the low 60s. Overnight looks clear, upper 30s, and then partly sunny on Friday. We do have a slight chance of a rain shower. Still pretty windy, and it will be cooler. Afternoon highs around 50, sunny and cool for the weekend. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
All right, welcome back. We're in studio with our material girl. She's like, no.
Hey, that's a better opening song.
There you go. Yeah, so you want breakfast for dinner Sunday?
I'm down, honestly. I kind of second guessed you when you said pancakes in the evening, and I'm like, is he messing up when he's saying that?
No, it's 5 to 7 p.m. pancake dinner.
Like I said, I love a breakfast for dinner moment.
There you
it's
go.
One of my favorites. I usually do it when my husband's like out of town. My girls get all excited because we'll have, the works for dinner.
Yeah, so my wife has abandoned me this week. Left me all alone with my son.
Oh, no. Where has she gone?
She went to Dallas Market.
Oh, I bet that's really awesome.
Oh, yeah. They just got there about an hour ago, and they are already having fun. So,
all right, is it all the levels indoors? Is it the same building?
18. It's multiple buildings.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But the main building's 18 stories.
Yeah, I've seen pictures from the inside there.
They've been in there.
Cool.
They've been mapping out we got to go to this floor to this time and this time. You're like, because they've only got 2.5 days to.
That is
do the whole
Did
thing.
Nora go with her too?
Yeah.
Oh, I wish I could go on that trip. That sounds like so much fun. And I'm
Yeah.
sure they get. I mean, with Sun Country, they shop for really neat and unique items. So.
Well, we're trying to. and she's trying to expand.
Cool.
Expand what we carry out there and. In order to do that, you go to market and see what the world's offering.
Yeah.
So
for sure.
So be ready for new products this year, Artesia.
Oh, yes.
So
I love going. Sun Country is a fun Saturday morning spot to kind of hit up. I love going there over the weekend and just kind of walking outside. And then, in the shop, she already has great stuff. It's fun it's dangerous for me to go in there.
It is. It is a place you can get pulled into really quick. So we appreciate your business.
It's a ton of fun. Well, what I was about to say is there are events like Dallas Market for entertainers.
Really?
Yeah, I have been kind of looking into, which I thought would be super fun. It's so important to kind of see what's outside of our small realm of contacts and everything. So I think that would be an awesome goal to kind of get to one of those and see what the world has to offer.
Yeah, artists selling themselves and their product.
Yep, exactly.
So that'd be cool.
Yeah. So we are working towards our 2026 schedule. I can't believe the New Year's here.
It's here.
I feel like the
I haven't
break
seen you
was
since last year. It's been crazy.
I know, and it's at least been a few weeks. I think
it has. Yeah.
The break was so nice with having, like we said on the last time we talked, Christmas in the middle of the week. It kind of makes the whole week a little discombobulating. And so it was really nice to be at home and relaxing and rested. So getting back into routine this week has been also really nice.
Yeah.
But getting those kids out the door has been a little difficult.
Corny Christmas movie season is over. We can put it away until next year.
I know, it makes me so sad. I'm slowly putting away all my like Christmas coffee mugs. Those are the last things to go. I'm like, no, it's over.
I got to go
but,
take down Christmas today.
Oh, yeah, it's a chore. I mean, it's always so fun to put it up, but taking it down is
and putting it
not
away
as
in
fun.
the store. And yeah, it's crazy. So.
Well, how were y'all's holidays?
Great. We had a wonderful time. Like you said, we did a lot of resting.
Yeah.
We needed it, and so we're fired up and ready to go for the year. Planning starts here in the next couple weeks. Start getting everything ready for spring and. Get all the Christmas decorations down in the store,
I feel like God gave us those holidays in the middle of it because he knew everybody needed rest. I'm
Exactly.
like, 2025 was a year, man.
It was. And I tell you, 2026 is going to be a bigger one.
Yeah, I agree.
It's going to be a wild year. So.
Yeah.
Well, what you guys got going on?
Well, we are
fired up for the new year, ready to go?
Yeah, we have a lot coming up. So coming up this Monday, we have the town hall.
Yeah.
So that will be at the Ocotillo on Monday evening, I believe. It starts at 5:30. Yes, and I think KSVP will be streaming that.
We will.
So that's not really our event, but I did want to let the public know. There's a lot of marketing material and everything online that you can see all the details for that. But that will be going on, and it's open to the public. On January 29th is our next big event. So we'll have the dueling pianos back. That is available on our website. Tickets are going, not quickly, but I logged on after the break and I was like, oh, we have about 30 people already coming, which is really exciting. That is one of our bigger fundraisers for our spring season. So we have art in the park in the fall, and then we do the dueling pianos in the spring, and that just helps support us, bringing new artists in, bringing new shows in. We're really excited about some of the things we have coming in 2026. And so just by attending the Dueling Pianos event and having a lot of fun, you can really help support the arts and all the things we have coming up in Artesia. So the Dueling Pianos, that will be on Thursday, January 29th. The doors will open at 6, and then the pianos will start at 7. So it really is an interactive experience, really low key. You'll be wanting to stand up and dance. It's not really like a classical piano performance. And so it is audience led by request, and it's a great fundraiser for the Arts Council. So those tickets are $50. It includes the event itself, and then we'll have Pecos Flavors there serving beer and wine and sodas if you'd like, and then we'll have complimentary hors d'oeuvres and other food items. So it'll be a fun night just to get out and enjoy the community. It is an adults-only event, so 18 plus and 21 plus for drinking. But yeah, we're excited about that. Those tickets are available on our website. We also have a VIP ticket option where you can go up to the balcony area, and there'll be a private server up there as well. And so both of those tickets are available on our website. And we also have business sponsorships open. We're taking about 5 of those, and that includes tickets, VIP access, and VIP seating in the theater. So that'll be really fun. We're excited to have those. Business sponsorships are $2,000.
Okay.
And that comes with 8 tickets, and then each of those tickets gets 2 free drinks.
Oh,
and so, yeah, it's going to be fun. I mean, it's a great way to have fun and support the Arts Council. I feel like we have a lot of great business partners that support us through the season. And so we wanted to just kind of give those people an opportunity. They'll be, mentioned throughout the event by the pianist, and we'll have their logos up on the stage as well. So, yeah, it'll be fun. I'm really excited about the event. It was like one of my favorite events from last year, so we're happy to have them back. And will be over by like 9:30, so it won't be too late. You'll still be able to make it to work on Friday. So, it's a great time. There's nothing else really going on that I've seen on the calendar yet, so I'm hoping we were really well attended last year. I think everybody that came had a great time, and so we hope to have all those same people back, and also a new group of friends. So, yeah. We'll also be selling memberships that night for 2026-27 season. That will also include the remainder of 2025. So we will be doing that promotion again, which instead of an annual membership, it would be basically 18 months. We look forward to selling some more of those. And then we also have Kristen Morrison coming to the gallery. So our very favorite local artist, she does a lot of classes with us at the Ocotillo. She's done a lot of murals through the town. Her name is Kristen Morrison, and she will be displaying her art in the Ocotillo, I believe, starting January 19th. We have not set a reception date for that. I actually texted her before here, like, hey, well, we should talk about that pretty soon. So I think she's really heavy into creating right now. She was kind of worried about the show coming up. She's like, oh, this came up quick, you know, but she's been so busy doing so many other projects. She's really made art her career. And so I think that this gave her an opportunity to really like focus on some of her personal projects. And so I'm really excited to see what she comes up with and brings to the Ocotillo.
That's great.
So next time I'm on, I will definitely be letting everybody know what her reception date is. I know she's well loved in the community and people will want to support her.
And we need to bring her in.
We definitely will. That's a great idea.
Make her come on the radio again.
I like that idea.
She's a little nervous, but she comes in.
Yeah. Hey, it is nerve-wracking, but, you know, I think it gets a little bit easier every time. I think she'll be happy to join us. So we'll work on that for sure. And then in February, we'll be kicking off our movie series. So our plan our plan for 2026 is to have movies played once a month on the second Saturday. So that'll be in the evenings on the second Saturday of every month. Unfortunately, in February, that second Saturday falls on Valentine's Day. So I reached out to my staff and my tech, and, you know, they're like, why don't we do it on Sunday that month? And I said, that makes sense. I mean, I understand people want to be with their significant other, which I think a movie would be great.
To the movies,
that's kind of what I thought,
play a
you know.
Sappy Valentine's movie.
I really thought it was on there, but I didn't have everyone on board. So I'm like, I'm fine with, we're going to do like kind of a kickoff on that Sunday, February 15th. So it'll be a matinee and it's going to be a free movie. So it's kind of just our opportunity to test, to make sure we have everything running correctly. No pressure cost on our patrons coming in to, you know, kind of let us work those kinks out. So that'll be on February 15th. And then on February 20th, we have an illusionist coming. His name is Josh Farley. And so what's unique about his show is that he's only doing one performance per state. So his goal for 2026 is to have 50 performances in 50 states in 50 weeks.
You said it's on the 20th?
Yeah, February 20th. That's a Friday. So that will be online soon. We just kind of confirmed all that with them. We're really excited. He's also going to be including a VIP experience where people can go in and talk to him before, see some like up close magic tricks, that type of thing. And then that is a family friendly show. So it is, you know, definitely geared towards a family experience. It's really interactive. But it's not like a magician that pulls, you know, like he doesn't have a clown nose, that type of family show.
Rabbit out of the hat.
Yeah, he's more of a higher level illusionist. And so, but definitely family friendly. So we're excited about that. The tickets will be really inexpensive for that show. He really wanted to just have a large audience and have, you know, people coming. He's putting together a YouTube video of each location and each performance that he does in each state. So we're excited to be highlighted as, you know, New Mexico's Performing Arts Center in that YouTube video.
That's exciting.
Yeah, it is. And so we want to have a great presence and, you know, kind of show up for him as a community. And so we will be having those tickets available soon, but please mark your calendars. Again, it's February 20th. The doors will open for VIP at 5:45, so they get that full 45-minute experience. And then the show will begin at 7. So all these tickets will be available on our website, which is artesiaartscouncil.com. It's under ticketing. And so, yeah, after that, we'll have another movie, March 14th, which is, that second Saturday. Yeah. And then we are partnering with the Main Street and Artesia Chamber of Commerce on the car show. Yeah. So that'll be March 27th and 28th. And we will be hosting the band in the Heritage Plaza outdoors, like around the cars and the Hozo, the center mural there in Heritage Plaza. So we're excited to do that. We haven't not confirmed the band yet. I had one on deck and they got booked over me. Man. So I'm kind of back to square one, but we will be having live music that night behind the Ocotillo. It'll be a free event. So we're excited to have everybody there. And then a few other dates just to note further out in 26 is our second Saturday movie will be on April 11th. And I do believe that's in March or April is whenever the oil patch market will kick off too. So we kind of wanted to align with that. So people that were in town for the oil patch market, they may also, you know, come attend a movie. So we're excited for that to be, you know, family friendly experience. We'll have, you know, adult movies, kids movies, and all kinds of different things.
Awesome.
So what else? Oh, April 18th and 19th, we'll have a Wizard of Oz with Way Off Broadway.
Awesome.
So that'll be really fun. We're excited to have that production. We've been partnering with them for a couple years now. They do really high level productions. Is that the wind?
Yeah.
Wow.
It is windy out there.
Sorry, I got distracted. they do really high-level theatrical performances, and so Wizard of Oz is going to be a really fun one. We're excited to have them back. And then we also have Missoula coming back for this summer. So I just wanted to let all the parents and adults know, don't plan your vacations on the week of June 22nd through the 28th. Yeah, we'll be having Missoula back. They'll be doing The Little Mermaid. And so it should be a really fun production for the kids to put together and, put on for their families.
Awesome.
So,
Shaping up to be an amazing year. I can't wait to see everybody. You need to get everybody on the radio.
Yes, I will. I'll definitely bring some guests with me. He asked about that, so we may have to do something pre-recorded.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, he said something maybe pre-recorded, but we would love to get all the artists in here coming.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Jessica. It's always a pleasure. Looking forward to the new year, and have a great week.
Alrighty, thank you.
God bless.
Incredible in Artesia is open for business, ready to give you the hometown quality and customer service you know and love. Georgia and her team specialize in in-house design for quality custom business cards at a competitive price. From scanning to desktop publishing, if you need it, they can do it. On Main Street across from the Derek Floor statue in downtown Artesia. For all your printing needs, think Incredible.
Hi Artesia, Cambria here from your local KFC and Taco Bell. It's back. Our world-famous chicken pot pie is back for a limited time only, and it's better than ever. And for only $5.99, you can't beat that. Come by and try one today. As always, it's great to be a Bulldog, and we hope to see you soon at your local KFC and Taco Bell.
At Big O, our ProTech Plus warranty offers free flat repairs, replacements, and roadside assistance, so tire trouble is no trouble at all. Now through January 25th, get $80 to $120 instant savings on 4 select in-stock Nitto, Cooper, Nexen, or Sumitomo brand tires with installation purchase. Big O Tires, the team you trust. Installation required. Disposal fees and shop fees extra where permitted. See store for pricing. Eligibility may vary. Not valid with other offers.
Want to make a change but don't know where to start? Come talk to us and we'll show you how. With smaller classes, online options, flexible schedules, and affordable tuition, the start you need is right here at Southeast New Mexico College. It's smart to start at SENMC. Just go to senmc.edu or visit the campus today. Spring registration is ongoing.
Smart to start at SENMC. Southeast New Mexico College, where you're meant to be.
Classes start January 21st.
Home health care is health care in the comfort of your own home when you cannot care for yourself. Home care services can help someone who has chronic health care issues, medical setbacks, or health impairments. J&J Home Care has the best skilled nurses and therapists for any of your special needs. So why pick a stranger to care for those you love when you can pick your beloved neighbor with over 30 years of experience? J&J Home Care is here for all your home care needs. Call us now at 575-746-2892 or visit us at jjhc.org.
When you or your loved one is miles away from the nearest hospital, TransAero Medevac has you covered. Out in the oil field, accidents can't wait. The TransAero Helicopter Medical Evacuation Response Team gets critical care to you fast, no matter how remote the site. When every second counts, trust the fastest lifeline in the sky, TransAero Medevac. Proudly serving Southeast New Mexico and West Texas. Loan for free thanks to the partnership from the City of Artesia and TransAero Medevac. Life support by...
In the heart of southeastern New Mexico, connection matters. That's why PBT delivers fast, reliable internet to homes and businesses across our region. Whether you're streaming, gaming, or working remotely, our fiber-backed network keeps you moving. And with local customer service you can count on, help is always just a call away. Visit pbt.com or call 575-748-1241 to get started. PBT, connecting our community one home at a time.
Artesia Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, home-owned and operated for over 50 years, and here for all your plumbing, heating, and cooling needs. Artesia Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling has the expertise to install residential, commercial, and industrial air conditioning units, including the conversion of evaporative coolers to refrigerated air systems. Cut cooling costs with high-efficiency Carrier units from Artesia Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, your authorized Carrier dealer. Artesia Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, a proud sponsor of the Artesia Bulldogs and our community for over 50 years.
All right, welcome back, Artesia. Hey, looks like we're having a little Zoom problem. Hey, Aaron, can you hear me? All right, looks like we're back up. Aaron, you there, brother?
I'm here.
All right, there you go. Well, it dropped out there for a second. I thought, man.
Yeah, I saw you disappear, and I was like, whoa.
I was like, well, this is not going to be a good day, but here we are. We made it.
We made it, yes.
So, awesome, man. I hope the week is going well for you. And cheer me up with a great joke, man. I'm sure you got a good one in there in the stack.
All right. A Democrat and a Republican were walking along the beach when they spotted a bottle. They picked it up and a genie popped out. I'll grant you each one wish, whatever you desire, said the genie. The Democrat said, I would like for my fellow liberals and I to live the life and exist under the form of government we believe in. Poof! All the Democrats in America were whisked away to Venezuela. The genie turns to the Republican and said, and what's your wish? He paused for a second and said, you mean to tell me that all the Democrats in America are gone? The genie answered, yes. The Republican says, in that case, I'll have a cup of coffee.
I always heard it. I'll take a Coke. Oh, man. That's absolutely perfect. So, all right, man. Is the market still intact? We didn't have a meltdown or anything? No?
Didn't meltdown or anything.
I could have swore that's what they told me was coming, man. So, well, let's hear it. Let's hear what's going on with the numbers.
All right. This is Aaron Irving with LPL Financial, member of FINRA and the SIPC, bringing you your mid-morning stock market report for Thursday, January the 8th. The Dow Jones Industrial Average rose today, while the NASDAQ Composite came under pressure as investors moved away from technology stocks. The 30-stock Dow rose
looks like we lost the audio on Aaron. Aaron, if you can hear me, hang on just a second. We'll try to get you back. Yeah, sometimes this technology.
AI darling NVIDIA was among the names investors exited, trading down almost more than 1% alongside Apple, which is on pace for its 7th day of losses. Fellow AI play Oracle pulled back by more than 2%. Defense stocks were a bright spot of the day as key names rallied after President Trump called for a $1.5 trillion defense budget in 2027, a massive increase from the $901 billion approved by Congress for this year. Northrop Grumman jumped more than 10%, while Lockheed Martin gained around 8%. Additionally, RTX rose more than 5%, while Kratos Defense popped 17%. The S&P 500 and Dow ended yesterday's session in the red after touching fresh all-time highs. Those declines came as crude oil prices slid after President Trump said the interim authorities in Venezuela will be turning over as much as 50 million barrels of oil to the United States, prompting concerns over increasing oil supply. Crude prices rebounded this morning. The Russell 2000 Small Cap Index rose 0.8% and reached a new all-time high in morning trading today. That's its first all-time high since December 12th. That move was led by Neogen, Serve Robotics, Kratos, Red Cat, and Bloom Energy, all of which were up double digits on the day. Currently, the Dow Jones Industrial Average is up 223 points at 49,219. The S&P 500 is 5 points lower at 6,915. And the NASDAQ Composite is off by 165 points at 23,418. West Texas Intermediate Crude is up $1.06 a barrel to $57.04. Stocks of local interest. HF Sinclair is up $1.48 a share to $49.66. Walmart is down 14 cents at $112.57 a share. Xcel Energy is up 74 cents a share at $73.96. And ConocoPhillips is $3.41 higher at $97.35 a share. This is Aaron Irving with Oakley & Irving Wealth Management, serving business owners and energy industry professionals in the Pecos Valley and beyond. You can find us at oiwealth.com or at our offices in Artesia and Carlsbad. You can call us at 575-887-7075. All indices are unmanaged and may not be invested into directly. Securities are offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA, and the SIPC.
All right, man. Couple of things to note in there. I noticed one. I didn't hear what the actual price of oil on barrel. Price per barrel.
$57.04.
Okay, so it's come back. It's all right. So I was wondering how that would affect with all of a sudden we're getting free oil from Venezuela. Didn't make a lot of sense to me. So, but anyway, so this is one of those places where I end up diverging from the party politics. I guess is when it comes to defense spending. Nothing drives me crazier. Having been a person who spent 25 years in the defense agencies, it's bothersome the amount of waste there. Now, if there's fraud, I'm sure there's fraud. And I'm hoping that they're looking for that and they're getting rid of that. But the amount of waste, to go from $900 billion to $1.4 trillion in a single year, I know what it is. It's just shipbuilding, most likely. That's a huge chunk of it. We're trying to bring shipbuilding back to America, and I get that. But man, that's a lot of money.
Yeah. Anytime you have $1 trillion, there's too much for people to keep track of, and that's where.
That's a $500 million increase in a single year. I really hope they're looking.
$500 billion increase.
Yeah. No, 500 billion, $500 billion. Yeah. I mean, that's a huge increase all of a sudden out of the blue. So I'd like to keep an eye on that. But if you want to know where to invest, this is not Aaron's advice. I'd say, hey, probably put some money into defense stocks right now. You might do pretty good over the next few years.
Well, yesterday, Trump said that he wasn't going to allow them to increase dividends or buy back stock for the defense companies unless they did some things that addressed some issues that he had with them. So that hit the defense stocks pretty good yesterday, but they're back up today. So.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, interesting, man. All right, brother. Well, I of course always appreciate your insight and the numbers and your jokes. So you have a great weekend, man, and we'll chat with you next Tuesday.
All right. You do the same.
All right. Care. God bless.
God bless you, too.
With SRN News, I'm Rich Thomason in Washington. People need to stop using their vehicles as weapons, the words of Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem following the fatal shooting of a motorist in Minneapolis. The driver was shot dead by an ICE agent among officers trying to enforce federal immigration law when the vehicle suddenly came at them. Minnesota Governor Tim Walz blames this on the feds, calling it the consequences of governance designed to generate fear. Noem says the tragedy could have been avoided had the driver simply followed the instructions from the officers, park the vehicle, and exit the car. President Trump proposing a big military spending hike for next year. No arrests in yesterday's deadly shooting outside a Mormon church in Salt Lake City. 2 people killed in the parking lot. It happened during a funeral inside the building. On Wall Street, the Dow is up 166 points, the NASDAQ down 105. More details at SRNnews.com.
It's time for the Eddy County Sports Report. We got some basketball action for the Artesia Bulldogs, top ranked in 4A tonight. It'll be at the North-South Shootouts this year. It's in Belen, and Artesia at 6:30 will be playing one of the local teams, the Valencia Jaguars. Artesia is 8-3 so far on the season. Hey, if you've been wondering what's happening with Loving Falcons basketball, well, the guys haven't played for a while, and they won't play until next week against Dexter. Loving still seeking its first victory. That'll be on January 15th at 1 o'clock against the Dexter Demons. But the Loving Falcons girls basketball team has been in action. They lost to the Artesia JV on Monday, 53-39. Their next outing will be next Monday against Carlsbad JV, and then on Tuesday, they'll take on NMMI on the road. The Sports Report brought to you by DSI. Call DSI for all your office technology needs. I'm Eric Butler at KSVP Radio, AM 990.
Turn up your radio. Here's the Sean Hannity Morning Minute.
All of this frenzy has been whipped up by these reckless politicians, these sanctuary state city politicians that do not enforce laws of our country and have created an environment where the radicals pretty much control everything. There's no law, there's no order, No, they are aiding and abetting in the law breaking. At some point, we have got to ask ourselves why sanctuary city mayors, why sanctuary state governors are not held responsible for aiding and abetting and offering aid and comfort to those people that have clearly broken our laws.
Check out the Sean Hannity radio show later today, right here.
Listen, if you're still suffering from the Biden-Harris economic hangover and you need to save money, one way you can do it without sacrificing service, you can do it right now, and that is cutting your cell phone bill in half. Make the switch to my cell phone provider, a veteran-owned company, Pure Talk, for just $20 a month. They will give you unlimited talk and text, 3 gigs of high-speed data on Pure Talk's super-fast nationwide 5G network, the same exact service, and you save a fortune. The average family saves over $1,000 a year. A veteran-led company that shares your values. They believe in giving back to those that serve our great country. And by the way, if you're active military, former military, first responder, you get an additional 20% off every single month. Make the switch. It's simple, fast, easy. Dial pound 250. Say the keyword save now from our friends at Pure Talk. Pure Talk, America's wireless company.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Things look pretty good today. It will be windy, though. Gusts of 20 to 40 miles an hour. We'll be getting sunshine. Afternoon highs will be in the low 60s. Overnight looks clear, upper 30s, and then partly sunny on Friday. We do have a slight chance of a rain shower. Still pretty windy, and it will be cooler. Afternoon highs around 50, sunny and cool for the weekend. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Welcome back, Artesia. Hey, we've got our last set of guests in for today, Miss Barbara Britton and Ramey Gibbs, and you guys are coming to tell us about a new women's group that you guys are pulling together. So either one of you, go ahead and kick it off and introduce us to Flourish.
Hi, well, thanks for having us on today.
Yes, ma'am.
I've been around Artesia for quite a few years, not a native yet, and Ramey just came to town, and we hit it off because we're both coaches and interested in helping women achieve all they can and be and do and have friendship, and we just came up with this idea of having a women's group that we can have fun and socialize and make friends and kind of grow together.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Awesome.
So coming to town, being new, it's a small town, right? And so when you come to town, sometimes it's hard to break into a community. And I know there's a lot of us, whether it's oil industry or FLETC or something else, but we're now here going, okay, how do we start our own community? How do you find your people? And it's hard coming to a small community because everybody's already established and they have their own group of friends. So my theory has always been, if you can't find a group to join, create your own. So here we are.
There you go. Yeah, and I know FLETC's about to move in a bunch of new families and instructors.
Oh yeah.
And so the town, it's going to be a lot of new people to town.
A lot of new people, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. So tell us a little bit about the concept behind Flourish. I know it's a networking, it's connection, it's community, but tell us a little bit about what the focus or the concept behind it is.
Well, a lot of times we belong to groups because of our business or our job or whatever, or our church or our, whatever. It's all based on something else. And this is basically based on the woman, the individual, and, her growth and happiness and friendships and, establishing that thing that we can help one another and give to one another and just enjoy, establish our friendships based on because we want to be friends, because we want to be together.
Yeah.
Creating that authentic connection versus just I met you in church or I met you at work or something of that, trying to grow together. As we all know, or maybe we don't, but happiness is really derived from the people in our lives. And it's important to have those connections that pull us together and that we share common ground and that we have an opportunity to be real and authentic and grow together.
Yeah. So Barbara mentioned, you mentioned that you guys are both coaches. So tell us a little bit about that, like what kind of coaching you've done.
Well, I'm a I'm a California certified clinical hypnotherapist.
Okay.
And I've lived quite a few years. And from the study and practice that I've had there and what I've learned and researched from so much more, we each have so much that we can share with others. And reaching out and helping others, that's what I have a heart for, and I think Ramey does too.
Mm-hmm.
And we just want something that we can reach out and we can help other women realize their potential and realize how powerful they really are.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What about yourself?
Yeah, so my coaching background is heavily focused on women in midlife and all of the transitions that we go through during this time of life.
Okay, awesome. So you guys are your first meeting is next week.
Right. Next week, Tuesday.
Next week, Tuesday, January 13th at 5:30 p.m. So it's going to be an evening meeting. So if you're a working woman or you gotta get away, and it's going to be up at Kith and Kin in the back room.
Right. Yes.
Which I love that room back there. That
awesome.
That table's amazing.
I love Kith and Kin. Kith and Kin's a great gathering place.
Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah. So. The owner and I we graduated high school together.
Did you really?
And so we grew up together. And so when I moved home, I love I just fell in love with this place. And so we spent. I'm headed there after the show.
Oh, good. We meet every week there for coffee. So.
Yeah, it's a great place.
Spot.
So, ladies, if you guys would like to join them, you can head up there Tuesday, January 13th, 5. Now, I see you have two events listed. Obviously, this is going to be an ongoing thing. What's going to be the frequency?
Twice a month, the second and fourth Tuesdays.
Second and fourth
5:30
Tuesdays.
to 7. And we're starting at Kith and Kin. If we get too big, then we'll,
find another location.
Find another location. But we like the feeling at Kith and Kin, and most people like to go there. So this is ongoing.
Plus, you get great refreshments.
Exactly.
I know.
We have group stuff, and you host it like at your house or at another location. Then you
have to clean up.
You have to get all the stuff together, put it all, and you got to clean up from it. This is like, we'll have Kith and Kin handle it.
That's it. They've got all the yummy baked goods and coffees and teas and homemade ice cream. I mean, come on.
I know it. Their ice cream's
get
amazing.
better than that.
Yeah. So I better get some coffee out of this. It's a free advertisement for them.
Right.
Give them a good plug.
So tell me a little. I mean, the idea is great. I mean, trying to get women together and just build a community and have that connection, especially as people are new.
Yeah.
Coming into a new town, having lived the military life,
it's hard.
It's tough. It's tough to get into a new community. Is there anybody in particular, any group you're targeting, or just women at broad, or?
We're just saying really adults, adult women.
Yeah, adult women.
I guess we do need to put that out there, is that find a place for your kids. Hopefully dad's home. If not, maybe find a caregiver, because we want to make sure there's room for women to be able to talk. And, when the kids are around, you're distracted. So we want to make sure that we're able to really connect individually and as a group.
Yeah.
And we envision it as, socializing, say hi to a friend, make a new friend, and, if you want to plug your business or your event, you can do that.
Okay.
And then we'll have, speakers and programs or maybe fun things to do, so it's not going to be just hanging around. There's going to be kind of a loose structure, but we also want to get the input from the women who show up. What do you want? What's missing in your life? What would you like to see? What would you like to be different about your life? And so we want input from the people, from the women that come. We want to make it something that they feel good about and they'd like to come.
And that's the real focus of this first meeting, is the people that come to the first one are in on the ground floor. So what do you want it to be? We have ideas, but we want to make it what everybody else needs too.
Okay. Okay. So these first, I'm assuming these first couple meetings, there's no like planned, talk or speakers or
no
other
speaker
than
at the first couple. Yep.
Just kind of, hey, come together and let's put this together. So if you want to get in on the ground floor of something new in Artesia, here's your chance.
Yeah, exactly.
It's always good to have new stuff here in town and new connections. So anything else you guys would like to share or put out about the group that I may be missing you know, I'm not a woman, so I don't.
No.
I don't think about. I don't think about stuff like, you know, like.
No, I think some of it is we want to make sure that people feel safe and that they can talk about whatever's on their mind, and that's a big deal. Safety is huge for women, and that it's judgment free, and that's what we want to make sure that we get out there. But again, it's an opportunity to meet new friends, be able to network, because in a lot of organizations you can't really talk about your business or what you're working on or the events that you're trying to put together. So we want to make sure that's part of it too. And then again, the growth element, and we intend to focus on different topics every week on helping people, women, connect more, not just with each other, but with themselves too.
Different stages of life, and you know, you get a group together and you got a wide range of knowledge and skills, and everybody benefits from that. So.
Absolutely. Right.
Awesome. Well, ladies, I think it's a great idea. I hope it goes absolutely swimmingly.
Thank you.
And look forward to hearing more, and you have to come back in a couple months and give us a report and tell us how it's going.
We will.
Yeah,
definitely.
Absolutely. Yeah. So, all right. Well, I don't have anything more. I just want to give you one last chance. Well,
I guess we could bring that too. So, just a quick little plug. So, I have another event that's sort of attached to this, because it does not just for women. Anybody can do this, but I'm doing a vision board class as well. So, it kind of ties into helping you get your goals together and figure out how to get them out into the world. And so you're working. It's kind of a multi-level thing. So vision board is the craftsy part of it, but we also do some journaling and some simple, I'll call it meditation, but it's really just a focused thought process on reaching your goals for the year. And so that's going to be on the 25th, and that'll be at the chamber.
I was going to say, you're doing that through the chamber. I remember the chamber telling us about that. So, all right. So lots of opportunities to get out there and connect.
Right. And I do I have a little talk that I give to groups. It's about how to help yourself feel better. And it's free. I give it to groups, 30, 40, 45 minutes, whatever, and they can give me a call and I can set it up for them. I've given that talk to a number of groups in Artesia.
Awesome. All right. Well, ladies, Tuesday, January 13th at 5:30 p.m. and then every second and fourth Tuesday after that. Ladies, if you guys want to get out and be part of Flourish, these ladies will be there, and it's going to be a great time.
Yep. And if you have any other questions, you can follow us on Facebook.
Oh, yeah. You got a Facebook community.
Flourish Artesia.
At Flourish Artesia. Yeah, absolutely. So best of luck to you guys.
Thank you so much.
God bless.
Thank you. Appreciate having us.
Wait, stop the countdown. This is your last chance to get massive savings during the year-end sales event at Roswell Ford. We need to sell 55 vehicles this week, so we'll do whatever it takes to make a deal. Plus, Roswell Ford needs your trade today, so we are willing to overpay, even if you owe thousands more than it's worth, regardless of make, miles, or condition. So you can upgrade to a new Ford with 0% financing for 60 months, 0 down payments, and 0 payments till March 2026. Worried about your credit? Don't sweat it. Roswell Ford has partnered with more aggressive lenders who will push to approve your credit even if it's less than perfect. All roads lead to huge American-made savings. 0 down, 0 APR, and 0 payments till March 2026. Get on board at Roswell Ford, 821 North Main Street in beautiful Roswell. Call 575-623-3673 or online at roswellford.com.
Interest accrues from date of sale. 0 APR is $16.67 per thousand financed on 2025 F-150s, subject to lender approval. Offers not combined on select vehicles.
The City of Artesia is proud to announce that we've renewed our agreement with Trans-Aero Medevac. This means that Eddy County residents are automatically enrolled in Trans-Aero's free air ambulance membership program, ensuring there are no out-of-pocket costs that need to be paid if you're flown to a hospital by Trans-Aero. Remember, this benefit only applies to Trans-Aero Medevac. To receive this benefit, ask for Trans-Aero specifically in a medical emergency. For situations where you cannot speak, make sure you have your Trans-Aero membership card alongside either your ID or health insurance card. This will act as a request for Trans-Aero Medevac. You can print out the membership card on the City of Artesia's website. In life's most critical moments, Trans-Aero, the City of Artesia, and our partners stand ready to help when you need it most. If you're an Eddy County resident, take advantage of this free benefit and make sure you fly with Trans-Aero Medevac.
Hi, this is Dr. Keon at Carabelli Dental. If you're missing teeth or struggling with dentures, I want you to know there's a better way. It's called 3-on-6 Dental Implant Solutions. It's the most natural smile replacement ever. With 3-on-6, you don't just smile again, you eat again. Apples, steaks, whatever you love, you eat it with confidence. And here's the kicker. Carabelli Dental is the only office in New Mexico and West Texas offering this advanced dental treatment. My team and I are experts in implants and in sedation. So while you relax, we will transform your smile. Call Carabelli Dental today and take back your smile and your bite.
Call 575-622-4455.
Looking to start, continue, or complete your higher education journey? Join the more than 6,000 fellow Greyhounds on their journey to student success. Eastern New Mexico University offers the most affordable higher education degree in the Southwest, and New Mexico residents can go to school tuition-free with the New Mexico Opportunity Scholarship. With online or in-person degrees, ENMU is the right choice for you. For more information, visit enmu.edu. ENMU, student success. That's what we're about.
Family owned and operated for 4 generations, Forest Tire is here to service all your tire needs day and night. With your busy travel schedule, what you need is a tire that can keep up. Like the exceptionally long-lasting Michelin Defender tire with an 80,000-mile warranty and the safety you expect. You can lose track of time and focus on what really matters. For all your tire needs, brakes and alignments too, Forest Tire Company is a friend you can always count on. Forest Tire, keeping you rolling since 1944.
Oh, man.
What's wrong, honey?
Oh, the water softener's out of salt again. I don't have time to get any.
Well, then call Artesia Soft Water. They can deliver it and even put it in the softener if you ask them to. And check this out. They also have an app for your phone called Easy Salt. It'll remind us when it's almost out of salt.
Oh, of course. I should have known that. I'll call them today.
Artesia Soft Water. 575-746-3822.
Water, 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 water. Artesia Soft Water.
All right, well, that's the show today, Artesia. I hope you enjoyed it. A lot going on around town as we kick off the new year. And, you know, I just want to close out the show by kind of going back to the beginning. We looked at Matthew 5 and the Beatitudes, which is the first part of the Sermon on the Mount delivered by Jesus. Beatitude means blessing. And so each one was, blessed is the one who's poor in spirit. Blessed is the one who mourns. Blessed is the peacemaker. I hope people can see that. As we live in a time where more and more people are unhappy, more and more people are dealing with depression, more and more people are dealing with struggle in their lives. And what I find most interesting about all of that is this. Over the past 50, 60 years, there's been this mass growth in mental health professions and things of that nature. And here we are, decades after all this has grown and become a mainstay. It's built, mental health is built into almost everything you do, schools and jobs and everything else. There's always some aspect of mental health there. And what people are seeking after is happiness with their life. And I think the centrality of that is to find contentment in life. To be truly happy, we have to be content with our position in the world and where we're at. Not meaning that we shouldn't seek after self-improvement, not meaning that we shouldn't seek after improving our position. We should always have that internal drive. We should always have that motivation to make things better around us. But I think contentment means being happy with what God has given you. God has put you where you're at. God has created you as you are. He's given you the talents, gifts, and abilities and strengths and weaknesses that he's given you. be content in them. Be content in the life he's given you. And then seek the well-being of others first and foremost. Our job should be make the world around us a better place, make life better for others, and utilizing the gifts and talents God's given you. If your daily drive when you wake up is how do I improve my well-being, how do I serve me today, then I think we're missing the mark, because that means you're completely discontent with what God has blessed you with. And if you're asking him for more blessings when you're not even content with what he's given you, that's selfishness. That's the root of selfishness. God's given me what he's given me, and I'm not happy with it. We can look back to the garden, and that's the whole point of that story. God had given them of every fruit in the tree, of every fruit of every tree in the garden, except one. And they weren't content with it. They said, "Oh, well, we need something more. I need more for me. I need to be in charge. I need this. I need that." The Beatitudes tell us to do different. Think less of yourself. Look at your own weaknesses. Mourn how you've sinned against God. Be poor in spirit, realizing that you can't change your lot by yourself. And seek the peace of others. Seek to live at peace with others. Seek to live at peace with your situation, and be content. And that's I'm telling you, just if we could all start to shift our mindset that direction, how much better would the world around us be? If every single one of us got up every morning, thanked God for everything we had, and said, how can I go out and serve you today? How can I go out and serve your people, the people around me? How can I make it better for everyone else? What can I do to be of service? I promise you'll find much more contentment in that life than you will in the life of chasing after things for you, making your position better. It's a tough thing to do. And as we look at a world in chaos and in turmoil around us, that's where our minds need to go. A great repentance from our failures, a great repentance from our sin, and looking to follow after God and his ways before our own. So I just encourage you to think about that, Artesia, as you're out there, as you're working away in the oil fields, you're working at the schools, you're doing your job, you're plugging away. Look to see how you can help others, how you can serve those around you for their benefit, and then sit back and wait for God to pour blessing upon you through that labor, not seeking after. I don't know. I struggle because I'm always seeking self-improvement, make myself a better person, but not for my own benefit. And I think, unfortunately, that's what a lot of people look at the Beatitudes. Well, if I do this, then I'll get this. But that's not what we're doing. Happiness comes from not being self-focusing. Think of yourself lowly, and think of others before yourself. All right, Artesia, have a wonderful week, and we'll see you on Tuesday.
Breaking news at Town Hall. I'm Bob Agnew in Washington.